There we go. I'm in.
I
Okay.
used to
Well,
say that
it's
so much
loading
when
in
I
right
was
now.
young. All right, fantastic. Okay, so I'm starting that stream right now. So let's see, make sure to actually record in.
Great.
All right, and we are good to go. So I'm gonna make this easy. So today's gonna be session one. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be entertaining, hopefully, for all of you and myself included. And we'll just see how this thing goes, where it takes us, and all the shenanigans that might happen in the Elder Scrolls environment. So the current day is going to be Tuesday of the Evening Star month. You are in right now late fall, upcoming to the months of winter. In the realms of Cyrodiil, where all of us are currently situated, it is a dropping temperature as the vegetation, the trees, turn from that greenish landscape to more of the colorful colors of fall when they start to drop upon the ground. And for the most part, all of you have been going about doing your things either within Cyrodiil or other locations, but to make this relevant, you would have to be somewhere around Cyrodiil, so make that part of your damn character. But as you have been going about doing your things, whether inside this large realm, either looking for just peace when you're trying to survive in here, dealing with the typical days of life, between finding food, being farmers, plying a trade from your profession if you have one, to maybe trying to gain power, strength, trying to learn the secrets of everything that is in the world. It has been a number of years before any significant future has happened, although the most significant future that has occurred was that civil war about a century ago in the northern realms of Skyrim, where, well, the independence was won and the lands became free against the Imperials. And now that has resulted into the situation the last several decades in Imperial territory in Cyrodiil being not so stable as other organizations, other individuals have come in to kind of take back upon the benefits that the humans have been given to themselves, where other Murs have been essentially starting to fight not back, but remove the human presence upon this landscape. Now, for the most part, it has not been wholly successful, but the lands of the humans have been getting a little bit smaller over the years. It's been getting lesser and lesser territory that they've been owning. But that's a story that's not dealing with us right now. What we need to deal with is what all of you mean in this world, in this place. Are you someone that has been touched by fate, or just a commoner that has gone about and got intermingled with situations that are beyond their deciphering? But let me stop talking now and just build up our scene. Whatever you were doing lastly, whatever it was that you were walking, enacting action, exploring, or whatnot, or just maybe sleeping in a town, you were waylaid at one point during your journey. Either crossing journeys, crossing countries, I should say, or going to another town, going to take a bathroom break. Somewhere along then, during your travels, you were waylaid by individuals and knocked unconscious. You were not prepared for this. You have no idea who did assail you, but before that oblivion of unconsciousness did overcome you, you heard the slight laughter from some throat of a individual, a creature. You don't know how long it's been since you have reawoken, but one by one, you do start to wake up. It is to the sound of kind of laughter, a bit of screeching. It is the crunching of objects, material. Like someone is grinding stones or branches underfoot. Now, as your eyelids do break apart, the moisture that has kind of locked everything together, and you do blink in, a bit of the sunlight filters through the clouds up in the sky. The temperature is around, I would say, 80s degrees, and I do realize we have people here that are outside this country, so I need to go and convert into Celsius now as well. So let me do that.
Thank you.
Make
Thank
this
you.
hard for me. All right, so it is a 26 Celsius as well as 80 degrees Fahrenheit right now, so a nice comfortable temperature for the most part, except for the fact that your arms are sore as well as your legs because you are manacled. You are held in position, arms above your head with iron steel chains, preventing some heavy movement from your current position right now. Now, you find yourselves in a large pit, as it were. And as you start to look around, you do see that inside this pit, that is roughly about 20 feet or, what is that, about 4 meters in length by about, I guess, 3 meters in width, or about 15 feet in width. You are not able to see too much above you, besides just the dirt that has crumbled down. But you can hear the sounds, you hear the noises, and you realize you are not alone. As you look around, you do see that you are with 6 other individuals. And we will go ahead and describe. As all of you are chained up and you look around, your throats are parched as dry. You've not had anything to drink or food in some time that you suspect. But let's go ahead and do our initial introductions right now. So I want everyone, one by one, to go ahead and describe who they are, what they look like, any outstanding features you might have. Now, equipment-wise, you don't have it at all. Weapons, armor, items is gone. You'll get it back later on, but anything you started off with is off of you because obviously you're taken and not going to leave you with your weapons and items. So don't account for that at the moment. But start off. Declare who you are, what you see, and we will go from there. So as I bring everyone to the situation right here. This is everyone that you see. Now, someone, please start this off for me.
All right, I'll go first since everyone's being quiet. So my character is quite eccentric. They are a red guard, quite deep honey-like skin that sort of like almost has like a really chocolatey tone. Really pulled back hair that's almost in an afro, but as a mohawk, and that trails down behind them. Really quite well built for I'd say really quite rugged. I mean, heck for days. And on I would say like they would have a massive long scar that goes from the top of their neck all the way down to like their stomach. And they wake up with a bit of a start, looks up at the chains, and just takes a deep breath. And goes, not again. As they look towards the rest of the people, in the same predicament as them, there's just like a, when did I order an orgy? Huh. Just sort of like seems to be a bit nonplussed about the predicament that they're in.
Okay. Thank you for that.
I think that
Good.
I think at that point, the Altmer beside you just looks at you blankly and just shakes his head. I don't think this is an orgy. You see before you an Altmer. Golden skin, golden eyes, blonde, shoulder-long hair. He is not as blessed in body like you. He has that scholar build. Like, he probably didn't lift even the books himself. But he's long and he still has an air of, how to say it, superiority or highness, nobility.
Okay.
Let's say nobility.
Yeah,
As he
that
looks-
goes well for it.
Just
As
as a
he's-
pillar, okay.
So a high elf. He sits a little bit above you because he's really tall, like 2 meters, and just looks at you and shakes his head. I don't think that's it. think we are prisoners.
Huh. That's a shame.
And I'll take it off then. At that point, the Dunmer at the end here kind of just look around like, oh no. Master Neloff, please. I am not in the slightest bit interested in these tricks. As they try to bring down their arms to, like, rub the side of their head, only to realize, oh, this is an actual chain. As they're very similar to the Altmer, stereotypically scholarly build, a very lithe and almost sickly looking figure, not a single ounce of muscle or strength within them. As they have pale whitish hair and their deep red eyes, they sort of just look around, catching their bearings as they see, oh, this is real, isn't it? Oh dear. Did you say something about an orgy?
I mean, there have been times where I've been invited to parties that's ended up like this, so possibility.
The scandals of the races of man.
Hey, don't look at me, try it.
They have weird parties.
At least I am not the only mer.
Thanks for that.
My character is he's slowly just waking up. He's scanning the room. He has a very, very aged face. He is tired, not just because he's up here, in chains. It looks like this man has been through some stuff before this already. As there are heavy bags underneath his eyes. His hair is completely unkept. His beard looks torn up, pieces missing. His whole body is completely dirty. As he has, it's somewhat like a, best way to say it, like a bulk build. He's kind of hefty. But he's just slowly scanning everything. I guess for this, you can tell he's in an Imperial, interesting enough. As he's done kind of scanning the room, hearing these weird comments, there's almost like a sign of comfort or relief as he just closes his eyes again, and it looks like he may just be trying to go back to sleep.
Sitting right next to him is a man who's unfortunately just waking up from his sleep. Like really groggily, just moving about despite being bound, you know? There's like just like that tiredness when you're like trying to wake up, trying to move about, right? Just like very slowly, just, you know, getting that move on, just trying to get your body going. As he lets his hair fall down to his face, really short black hair that droops maybe like just about the eyes, give or take. Tan skin, you know, yellow, almost golden-like eyes as he starts to scan the room. This man's very tired because he's just woke up, but he gives the air very much of a commoner. Does not seem to be in his wits whatsoever, but he does seem to be of like a not so much as everyone else, where they're very frail per se. Like the other two, the Dunmer and the Altmer. This guy, he's like in that middle. He's mundane, average with his body. Doesn't, you know, not much noticeable features. This guy appears to be a Breton. But yeah, he's blinking, and he's trying to do that thing where it's like he doesn't realize he's tied up yet, but he's like trying to rub his eyes, so it's like sort of the elbows are like sort of going close, just like absentmindedly. Just blinks and just groans. Just oh, what is what's what what?
Having a look around the cell on like the floor or anything, is there like any like pots for food slash water or anything like that?
There is not. As you all look around, you see that besides the other two, which I'll explain to you here in a minute, the immediate noticeable situations or objects around would be just kind of pieces of pebbles, a couple of rocks, um, a bit of hair that is like being kind of fallen or pulled out, as well as a bit of blood that is along the wall over here, as well as over here. And you do look around. You do a quick kind of test. And you try to pull the chains, and they are very secure into the wall right now. And as you go to maybe take a look to see any type of weakness in the chains of links, as you're doing that, you do hear from the grogginess of what looks like an Imperial as well over here. He kind of comes to and just what 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 is this? What's going on? And you see that this Imperial has a bit of blondish, dirty hair, a face that is marked with a bit of age, and pockmarked from acne early in his life. He's wearing a very kind of like soiled in the means of sweat, not actual urine, clothing upon his clothing. So I mean, he's definitely traveled for quite some time. He does seem to be relatively experienced when it comes to just the way he looks, by the leathering of his face and his hands. He's been out in the sun for a long time. His build does show someone that is relatively, I would say, strong. And someone that seems like can probably run for quite a long distance in the way they look. And he's looking around with almost a slight amount of panic. And you see that he looks to all of you. He looks at the Orsimer that is down here. This female Orsimer, also coming to attention, has a bit of a protruding tusk and does have that quality of that orc-like type of physiology. And you see that she is wearing clothing that is relatively clean and nice and shows someone that has a bit of wealth in their stature. But his attention does draw to, well, until we introduce ourselves, I'm going to go by the actual player name, so Lofus. He does turn towards you and just, Altmer, what's the meaning of this? Why the hell are we down here? And you hear the Orsimer, shut up, you fool. He's chained just like the rest of us. Wasn't it
Yes.
Altmer that did this?
I'm quite chained like you are. I don't think this is a matter of race. And I give him a slight just nod.
I
And,
think we should try and understand why we're in prison together. My name is Mahuna. It's nice to meet you all. I was just gallivanting around the countryside and looking for a fresh kill before I somehow ended up here. I don't think I've upset anyone, per se. How about you guys?
There's snoring coming from my character. He's enjoying this little rest.
Of course, the Imperial finds rest in this situation.
You want me to kick him?
I don't find this rest.
Please
No,
do.
no, no.
Just, I can't reach him.
You want me to kick him? I'm sitting right next to him, just really blinking to get himself awake.
Go ahead. May as well.
All right. He's just gonna lift up his leg and hit you like right in the tibia, pretty much.
Mm. 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 Mm.
Wake up! Wake up! We're stuck. We're in a. I don't know.
Yeah, I got that part. While I'm sleeping.
Sleeping.
That's great, but we are introducing ourselves.
Introducing ourselves. I thought we were getting out of here.
Yeah, he just kind of looks around, and is like, oh, I didn't know this was a formal meeting in a ditch here, chained up.
Well, we're mostly trying to figure out why we were chained up together. So,
Yeah.
Well, let's be friendly, everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rimotan Taore. And as I remember last, I was near Tavern practicing some spells, and then nothing. So that's my last thought.
Well, since no one is speaking, I am Erle Ulvanis of House Telvanni. I was on the way to... What's that place called again? The White Gold Tower? Yes. I wish to see it with my own eyes. I'd heard many myth and legend in books and tales, and I thought, why not? Next thing I know, I'm on the road. It's nice and pleasant. And then I'm here. Unfortunately.
Well, I got no idea what you guys are doing with your lives, but call me Besa Beaufort. I'm really just, I don't know about you guys, but I come from a small village, you know? I'm really, okay, I'm going to be real. I'm really, really not trying to freak out right now.
you're
Okay?
doing a good job.
You know, I wake up in a, whatever this is, he's like shaking, whatever this is. I was just in a tavern trying to sleep. That's what I remember. I was in a tavern trying to sleep after I came around. That's what happened to me. I don't know. I'm scared. Alright? Oh, fuck it. No clue where I am.
Is this your first time in chains?
Yes, I come from a small village. This is my first time in chains ever.
Well, you're doing a good job for your first time. Most people would be screaming by now.
Most people.
I mean, it's also my first time, but I don't get any compliments.
Well, yes,
You're an
but
elf,
also,
what do you expect?
Wow.
you speak as if this is normal.
This is commonplace. But even
My character's head starts to like lean down again.
it's gonna trick you again.
I wouldn't say commonplace, but it has happened to me a couple of times. How about you two? Pointing to the NPCs.
I don't quite care to tell my name.
Hmm.
That is the
What's that,
Imperial saying that.
Of course you don't.
Very social of you.
You see the Osamer. Urnag.
So, it's a proper name. It's a proper name.
As good as any.
It's a strong name. I like
Yeah,
it.
it's proper. It gives off good air. Any clue why we're stuck down here? Like, you lot do anything special or?
I was camping.
Oh,
I was
Alright.
just traveling.
Well, as I see it, we are just random people going on with our lives, and then bang, we're here.
So
Like
it
a
would
sacrifice
seem.
is-
So are we all sort of like sat down with our hands up?
Yes, you're leaning on your haunches. All right, so let's do the first things first. So let's get the initial schedule of the game done. First of all, of the game, see what's kind of going on, see if we can overhear anything. So everyone, go to your character sheets, and we're gonna go ahead and do a what's the word I'm looking for? A this would be observe, I believe. Thinking about hearing stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, give me everyone. Let's do an observe roll. So if you have a speciality, specialization, I should say, in hearing, we get plus 10 to the roll. Essentially, you increase your actual DC, or your skill, as it were. If you don't have a specialization inside of observe under hearing, just give me a base roll. Now, as we mentioned, you have to get equal to the number or below, and if you do, you overhear some things that are happening in the background.
Dice.
Good to see it.
Oh. I am the deafest. Oh, never mind.
Hey!
Hooray!
Alright, so. Also, what we need to have is get some actual mechanical situations taken care of. So, everyone, go to your character sheets real quickly. They're already on it. You'll see on the left-hand side your picture, and then you'll have your 4 bars: health, stamina, magicka, and luck. Click on the name and fill the bar up to max. Everyone, please.
Click on the name and fill the bar up to max.
So if you click it, so under your name, if you click on the bar, if you click on the actual health text, it'll have everything go back to max. That's why we see fatigue, because all of it will be at full capability right now. So as you all are talking, overhearing, you hear a bit of noise off in the background. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do a thing right here that is typical in my games, where it's going to be above table talk now. So usually when a player asks me, hey, can I hear anything? Do I see something? And I tell you what you see, and then you tell the players, it comes from essentially 2 different sources. So what I like to do is to tell you in private what you see or hear, and then you can tell the players what it is you heard or served. So it seems like it came from you instead of me as a GM. So, with that being said, I'm going to do a slight pause while I type out a message really quickly to Mahuna.
Okay.
So continue to talk if you so want while I do this.
Man. There was a really real possibility that we could have heard just straight up nothing, and I think that's hilarious.
Yeah.
We're talking
Nobody-
over each other, easy.
Yeah.
I like
Remotan is still staring at the 2 Imperials. Of course, they don't say names.
Of course they don't. They're Imperials.
Mm.
Is that a stereotype? Can't say I'm familiar with this.
No, we're just being
They're being
mean.
elves.
Oh, I'm
Well,
sorry. I introduced myself, and I don't have a problem with Imperials. I live in Cyrodiil my entire life. I never set foot in the Somerset Isles.
I'll make no such claim to having any sort of affection or liking towards the Empire. There have been nothing but a bane upon Morrowind and Resdane.
character's face. He's like, oh, okay, here we go. You know,
Look
he's
quickly.
kinda like,
Jesse, look at your screen real quickly, please.
Can do.
The Empire did nothing
Guys,
but
guys.
make it...
Oh, can't do that. You need to quiet. There's someone coming.
As you go a little bit quiet, as you do now, as you're fully acclimated to the hearing your senses, you watch as from the edge of this pit, coming to view, is a figure. Now, this figure itself is holding in its hands a morsel of what looks like kind of food, and it's chewing on it, dripping a bit of saliva down to the ground, It has a bit of greenish skin, 3 fingers, a thumb, and a bit of talons. He's got its mouth full of really sharp, jagged teeth, pointed, large ears as it comes forward. And you are going to see this one come over right above you, Rumatin, and kind of just watches, and it starts to crunch down on the food. Pieces of it do fall and drop on top of your head, and it just stares. And I'll now put in chat what you see. So, everyone, keep your actual screen for Foundry up if you can. I know obviously you can alt tab out if you want to, but periodically go back to it when I do send messages out and you can see images. You do see this image, this individual essentially looking at all of you. And some of you have probably seen these before, but these are goblins. And you see that it's just now looking, staring, and just eating the food. Let's continue the rolls. Everyone go ahead and give me another observe roll, please.
Gotcha. Roll.
I think at this point, Rimotan just tries to shift his sitting
Hey.
position so he doesn't get the food on his head.
All right, let's see. We got one. All right, so for you, let's see. For Jute, all right. All right, Jute, sent you a message.
Oh, at that point, Harelay goes from looking already pretty disgusted by this creature that he more than likely doesn't recognize to having this look of, and probably actually no, he would actually say like, "Oh dear," and looks mildly more panicked now, and like his eyes are darting around trying to see if there's any feasible escape. Could I actually make an investigation by chance to see if I notice anything, like, I don't know, maybe one of our chains is looser or something like that? Or would that be observe?
All right, that was what would be observe. Keep on that thought right now, though. I'll get back to you in a second. So as you are looking at this, and all of you watch as, I'm assuming maybe your face goes to a little bit of disgust. Irele? Okay.
Oh yes,
So you see,
very much so.
you see, and it's she, correct? Yeah. So you see that it goes a little bit of disgust. All of you watch, eyes widen. You see that the Imperial right here just demands, "Let us free! You vermin! Let us out of here!" And you watch as the goblin just kind of, and it steps back, and then it comes back into view holding a bow, and just launches an arrow that flies forward, smashing the wall right beside his face. You can't quite tell if the goblin was aiming for his head, him, or just missed, but he just immediately just shuts up, and you see a line of blood kind of just drop down and starts to drop onto his clothing as he now completely goes quiet. And you see the goblin at that point just kind of move away, and you realize now that crunching noise. Another one comes into view over here, and then over here, as they kind of look, and then they go back to going around. So you definitely know there's more than one. And now I'm gonna do another thing I do in my games, which is I like to get an inner monologue, what my players are thinking, what the characters are thinking at the moment. So just the thoughts, not actions, just what you're thinking. So through you, Irele, what is going through your mind now that you know what the crunchy noise possibly is?
Arelay's mind is sent into a panic that he's never had to experience before. He's completely regretting having come to Cyrodiil now. Like, oh, I should have just stayed in the Mushroom Tower. I could have just studied so contently there. Oh, Azora, you better have some plan for me now. As he continues to look around, quite progressively more desperate and panicked now.
Okay. What goes through your mind, Mahuna?
Mahuna's face has gone from kind of jovial and jesting towards like the elves and them talking to complete seriousness. And in her mind, it's just like, goblins, okay, how do I deal with this? There's got to be something I can do to antagonize them to get me out of the chains. There's got to be something I can do. I just need to get up. And kind of looking towards the rest of the group, and it's like, how do I get these people out of here as well?
And Wolfus, your name is Rumitin? How do you pronounce your name?
Rimotan, yeah.
Rumitin. Okay, so Rumitin, what goes through your mind?
Because he was the one where the food landed on the head, he's most likely like checking his head in the manner of, I want the stuff gone from it. And he's like, I want a bath. I want a bath so badly. Also, goblins. Why is it always goblins? Man, I should move to the Somerset Isles at some point. At least there are not goblins there. That's going through his mind. He's just disgusted by the whole situation. He knows goblins, but he doesn't like them. Who does?
Okay. Julian, until you introduce your character, I don't think you did yet.
So he
what goes through
hasn't.
your mind? Yes. Oh, what's your character's name?
No, he hasn't.
Oh, okay. So what's going through your character's mind?
He's more of a depressive thought, really. He's internally just like, well, this isn't the proudest way for someone like myself to die, but it's here now. May as well get comfy. There's not really any sign of hope. Like, he's like, oh, this is it.
All right. And lastly, Ryan, I don't think you introduced yourself either. What is going through your character's mind?
Besa.
Basically, yeah, okay.
Besa.
All right.
Yeah. What was originally just surprised and shocked is now just oh, it's goblins. Sort of it. Its initial fear is replaced by more state of mind, I guess, would say, than like a you know what to do on the test. Sort of, you're taking the test right now. It's like a sort of mindset, I suppose you could call it. Oh, well. At least I can take care of these things, if need be. That's coming through his mind at the moment.
As all of you look around, you do hear, and then a pop, like that from a bubble, accompanied by the sound of thunder, very, very quickly to the northeast. And then you watch as a shower of water, mixed in with what might be blood, just and splashes over all of you, like a light little rain.
Oh,
Oh dear.
at least that's not us.
All just gets better and better.
I think I got some in my eyes.
Oh yeah, you got some in your eyes.
There's all
Oh,
kinds
that
of
is-
runs down your faces. A mix of water, mix of a little red blood. You can hear the sounds of a river that is very, very nearby now. Now, question. Do all of you wish to escape immediately out inside, or immediately, definitely start looking around? But as we do, one thing does come to your mind. It is midday. Obviously, there are goblins around. If you book and run right now, there's no time what can happen. Would it be prudent to wait until nighttime? Obviously, if you do wait, there's a chance that you might get eaten before then. Or, I'm curious, how do you plan to get out of this situation? But first, obviously what happened was being mentioned by Urle. Look for a way to get out of here. So Urle, you're going to be looking for a way to escape by looking at the chains. So you're going to give me a observe roll, but I want to get everyone's idea what they're going to do first, but don't have everyone go at one time. So, early, you're looking around. For you, Bahuna, what are you doing?
Mahuna's gonna start like pushing her legs so that she can try and stand up so she can put her full force of her legs behind pulling up chains.
Okay. All right. What do you do, Rimitin?
I think I'm doing what my colleague does and looking for weaknesses in my chains. I'm not physical enough to just break them, but I could help people to point out how to break them.
Okay. What are you wanting to do, Julian?
I think my character's purely just gonna try to like pull on the chain with his strength, just see how strong it is in his mind. Just testing it.
Okay. And then, is it, Ryan, how do you pronounce that? Is it Besa? How do you pronounce that?
Besa.
Besa, okay.
Besa.
Besa, what do you do?
Besa. He's testing out his magicka, see if he can still like cast proper.
Okay.
You know, just very, very simple. Just
Right.
see if he can cast casting spells at the moment from
So-
where he's like positioned.
You do know you can cast. All right, so I'm gonna go back in order now. So for the ones looking around, in this case, it's gonna be for Rimitin as well as Irele. Go ahead and give me again an observe roll. Now, don't roll yet.
Gotcha.
Don't roll yet. We're gonna do this. So mechanics. I'm gonna go with mechanics today. So you can assist. When you do assist, in this case, it could be Rimitin helping out Irele helping out Rimitin. But when you do this, you don't get 2 rolls. You can go ahead and give someone the aid. That person can get a reroll if they fail. So you don't dogpile the check, but it allows that. So as you two look, which one of you is going to be the main roller?
I would say you.
I mean, Erla is moderately observant.
I think you're more observant than Rimotan at the moment.
Okay, or like, go ahead and give me that observe roll.
I'll
And if you
take your
fail,
word
you
on it.
can roll one more time.
Gotcha. Okay. Did it? Oh, it went through. Okay.
Okay, so you're looking around. Doing anything yet? One more time.
Can I? Come on, please don't lag. That's not very nice.
It never is.
Is there any way for me to turn off the on-screen dice rolls? Because I think that's
Yes.
probably going to cause
So
me
if you
lag
want to,
bit.
go to the top right of Foundry. Go to the cogs.
Hmm?
Click on that. Go to configure settings.
Yeah, there it is. Okay.
Go to Dice So Nice. And I believe if you click on 3D dice settings, yeah, enable 3D dice.
So it lags a little bit. How fun.
I'll show you some other ways to manipulate the interface as well. So let me know when you get the dice done.
There we go. Dice so nice. There we go. 3D dice settings. Could I get a pop-up?
You got this, bro.
We'll get this.
I sure hope my computer does.
If your computer don't got this, you got this.
What browser are you using?
I'm just using Chrome.
Okay. I'm not sure how, but there is a way. Some browsers will have a default, I guess, turn off the hardware acceleration. So if you turn that on under the browser settings, it could make things a little bit smoother. If that would be any way beneficial.
Gotcha. I will do that after this, more than likely, or at least check, because I'm not sure if it is or isn't on or off.
Do you see the dice roll across the screen when we're doing this?
Say again?
Have you been seeing the dice roll across the screen when we've been doing rolls?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If that's not doing anything, leave that as it is. Go back to the configure settings and go to core.
Oh no, that's not the issue right now. It's that page is unresponsive.
Okay.
Goodness gracious, you were working just fine like an hour ago.
Well, refresh. We'll get back to you. And then when we get back, we'll go ahead and do this again. So, in fact, I'll just have you now actually roll. So, Rumitin, go ahead and give me a roll. Your observe roll.
Sure. I will hit that observe. Lucky number.
That is a critical success. So, you see that the chains that are. You know what? Let's roll a random luck. So, let's see. We got 5 players. Go ahead and roll a d6 real quickly and count for one of you. So, in this case, for you, Rimitin, actually on you. As you look up, you realize that the chain that is connected to kind of this wall here, this like stone little wall, is actually slightly ajar and unlinked. You can manipulate it and potentially break it free. Although it is on you, so I mean you're not kind of weak from what you said, but your chain is relatively weak. You do see that, and you could potentially get that broken free. It will be easier to manipulate to get free by using coordination. That's actually a skill. Acrobatics, sorry. You use acrobatics, you actually use that to get free. Now, for the ones that are standing up, so I believe it's going to be for Mahuna as well as, was it you as well, Julian?
Yeah, he'd be standing up because he's about to, try to rip his hands out.
Sorry, no, you're going to give me a check to actually rip it free. Ryan, what were you doing?
Just testing out his magic, seeing if he
Okay,
could.
okay,
cast
okay, so
anything with it.
magic for you works fine, Besa. And now for you, Mahuna, go ahead and don't do anything. You start to stand up. As you do, you get your feet beneath you. You start to stand up. You start to see a bit of the area itself. As you are, I want you to go ahead and roll me. The first one I do. So in my games, I typically have people roll luck to account for things that could happen in the game. Now, there's actually a skill for this. There's actually an attribute for this now. So, roll me a luck. If you fail, a goblin sees you is probably going to whack you.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey!
So as you stand up and you look around, you get to get a good look-see. I'm going to go ahead and show you exactly what is around this camp. And you can tell everyone what you want to do with that. So, let me do this real quickly for you. There you go. Does that show the entire map for you?
No, I just see black, and the pit is now just sort of dark. Oh, got a little bit there.
Okay, that and that.
Awesome.
Put you back now.
Okay, let's have a look, see. Alright. Mahila's just gonna sort of like crouch her knees a little bit so her head's not poking up as much, and quietly to the group. We're in a camp. There's a lot of tents. That's gonna be a lot of goblins. It might be better off to wait for night time. Then we might be able to escape through the trees. There's a river nearby us, but it's downhill.
Interesting.
Okay. Any numbers? Any numbers you could see? Or
I didn't see the amount of goblins, I just saw a very large amount of tents.
Did you see a chest, maybe? I had some equipment with me.
I think we all did. I didn't specifically take note of that. I'm mostly trying to figure out how we can get out of this. I think the main thing is goblins like when their captives struggle and scream and be loud. They want to torture us. Goblins tend to enjoy entertainment. So we need to not give them that.
What you did see, Mahuna, was about almost a dozen goblins.
I would say maybe a dozen or so goblins.
That's bad.
that's Concerning.
Julie,
It is.
Yep.
go ahead and give me a athletics roll.
Please don't pass. This is gonna be an
Let's see
awkward
it. Let's see
moment.
it. Lucky number. Lucky number. Let's see it. That's an awkward moment, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you are pulling, it just and you get the entire thing free. The chain falls down to you completely. Now, you are no longer bound to the wall. You're still bound together with your arms, but this does provide another potential complication. If a goblin sees this, what might happen? So as it does break free, what do you do?
Well, first, like, he was kind of just like trying to pull on. He's like hearing them talk, and then that snap happens. He's like,
Oh, let's do this. Roll me luck. We'll see if someone comes by. If you fail this luck roll. How lucky are you?
"Oh boy."
Let's see it. Let's see it.
The luck. Where do I do luck? Okay, so how do I roll luck on here?
Just click on the name, I believe.
So where it says your name and your health and stamina, then you got your characteristics. Just click on
Oh,
the
down
luck.
there. Okay.
Yeah. The last one.
Let's see it, big boy.
Over there. Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
You hear a goblin. They may have never heard this. It started to walk forward, and your chains right now are at your feet, no longer in the wall. Your hands are down. What do you do?
Okay.
Imperial, run! Go! Get help! Run! He's starting to get loud. Go! Go! Run!
Oh.
Shut
Shut up! Shut up!
Shut the fuck.
Who's
gonna
gonna
lie.
kick him?
I'm gonna look over and just tend to like just pass out or something. I don't know.
Just
pass out. You're big.
the
Just
He's
pass out.
just gonna like slam himself onto the ground so I can do that.
Okay. Okay. So you slam yourself. Now, do you actually make yourself go unconscious, or do you pretend to be unconscious?
He's just pretending, but he very well, if he wanted to. Right now, it's like,
It's up to you.
This now.
You could actually pass out if you wanted to.
He's not gonna like fully
Just-
pass out yet.
Yeah,
Not
just
yet.
push your off switch and then go.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Just a moment.
So as you do, the goblin does come over here, and does look around, and you see that its teeth are a bit bloody as it looks around on the ground, and then it sees you. Obviously, the chain's out of the wall, and it just, and it kind of yells a little bit, and it rushes over here. You hear it roar, in a bit of the goblin language, and you watch as more do come by. And they come down here towards where you are.
I
Now-
attempt to get him in a leg lock immediately.
Okay.
Mahuna's good at brawling. I want to try to do the leg lock.
Okay.
All right. I guess we'll try this here right now then. All right. So, go ahead and give me. So let's see. Grappling. All right. Are you trained in unarmed combat?
Yes, as well as I have the brawler pack, which gives me a bonus degree of success to any successful combat style evade test made within melee range of 2 or more opponents.
Okay, so go ahead and on your sheet under the combat style, combat section, there's a base style. We need to rename that to what it is going to be for your character, but go ahead and roll that for me.
Was the line good?
How do I add the base style
that
modifier?
doesn't look good. Oh, what the heck?
So modifier is degrees of success. I'll account for that when we do this. But still, against,
Okay.
the number's still going to be 53% for your character. So go ahead and roll that, and
Okay.
we'll see what happens. So as you do this, that is going to be a 2, which is actually not good. The higher
Oh.
the roll is, the better. Actually, we'll talk about that right now. So the goblin, as they're coming down, they're gonna go ahead and go towards Julian's character, but they're not looking at you. They're not really suspecting you to do this, and so I'm gonna go ahead and give them a penalty when they're gonna go ahead and evade. And let's go ahead and have them do their evade roll. Now, when they do this, I'm gonna give them a -10 to the roll.
Ooh.
And does succeed. So as you go to leg lock, the goblin jumps back and then comes forward. Since you are still bound to the wall, it comes forward and just punches you.
That's fair.
Now, I'm going to say that you can't dodge or evade this because you're literally shackled to a wall. So I'm going to say it's just, if I roll it successful, it's just going to hit you.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and I'm just going to use this cudgel as the means for it. All right, here comes the combat check. Not really initiative, but we'll go with this. All right, so let's go ahead and roll this. Okay, that's not what I want to do, but apparently it's going to smack you in the leg. All right, where's my roll at? Okay, so it comes in and just smacks you in the leg for we'll go 3 damage. So right now you're not wearing any armor right now, which means HP does go down by 3 points.
Okay.
Now, as that is occurring, they're looking currently at Julian's character. Now, Julian, you hear this happen, you hear the commotion, you hear Mahuna trying to leg lock this goblin, and then the smack as the goblin did hit Mahuna. You're playing unconscious. Do you do anything, or do you stay this way?
I'm thinking now because they've one of them almost just got leg locked, and they're pissed now that one of their prisoners fell down. I'm probably gonna get cooked alive once they start dragging me.
What's the thing? Are they going to drag you, or are they just going to replant that chain back into the wall?
That's
That's
all
the
I'm
thing.
trying to balance out.
What do you think is going to happen? I mean, you're thinking about it right now. Maybe both goes through your mind. Drag you off, eat you, or maybe keep you here and just lock it back into the wall. What do you do? Knowing that there's about a dozen here, and you are the only one free, and there's 3 here with no armor, no weapons. What do you do?
God. For now, I'm gonna pretend like I've still, fallen out the chains. Just still pretending. Maybe I can get a better chance to attack them once I get close. We'll see.
Okay.
I'm feeling like we're gonna have to just start attacking them soon.
You watch as more do come forward.
Yeah.
The one comes nearby, and you tell me when you want to do something if you do. It comes by, it grabs the chains, and it lifts them up, and it grabs a hammer and a nail, and starts to put the nail back into the chains, back to the wall, and you hear the hammering, as it starts hammering the nail back into the stone wall.
I won't pounce on them then.
You will or won't?
I won't. I
Okay.
won't.
Eventually, they go back. Now, as they're leaving, let me know if anyone wants to do another potential leg lock or any type of thing here.
I'm tempted, but I think I'll get myself into more trouble doing that.
Okay. Let's see if someone does get a little fun, though. Someone roll me a D10, someone. Yes, what do you got for me, Lisa?
I'm gonna do it. That's all. I wanted to raise my hand.
Gotcha.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You watch as the Imperial, he, on the other hand, does. He just kicks the goblin which does fall into you, Rumitin, and the goblin just angrily, the four of them here, as he goes, I'm gonna kill you all! And the goblin does take a knife and just slams it into his chest, right into where the heart would be, and he just starts gurgling and just and just kind of starts to fade. The goblins get a bit giddy, and they take the hammer, that one that nailed the chains back into the wall for you, Julian, and smacks the side of the nail, and it shifts a little bit, and it pulls it out. As he is currently gurgling and dying, they pull him away out the top.
Well then.
Well, good news. I
What a
don't
fool.
think we are at dinner tonight.
You'll be surprising how much goblins can eat.
That's
Also, they like to kill for sport.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Except
we
there was a
should
person
try and
looking
make our move now whilst we're preoccupied with him. Bless his soul, but we need to make our move now.
I mean,
Right.
I don't want to be cruel, but yeah, he probably gave us the best chance.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone, observe roll, please. Apparently, that's the skills I'm used a lot in this game, as in every game. Perception, always
Who
used.
doesn't love
Yeah.
it? Who doesn't love it? But some high rolls. Some high rolls.
Please, come on.
All right, let's see. Message to you, Jesse. Jute, you still having issues here?
Yeah. It
So
probably
do
would
you-
have been better not to try to change this up. Okay.
Do you load
Yeah.
again, or does it just freeze?
Oh, wait. Okay, it's good now. It just. I closed it and reopened it for the sake of it because it was messing up and trying to hit the settings section. But I believe I am good now.
Okay.
I just need to get to my. Opening my character sheet.
Right. Mahuna's just gonna have a bit of a disgusted look on her face and is gonna really start being like, okay guys, we need to go now, and start pulling on the chains.
Okay.
Eh.
Yeah, my character just has that. It just lowers his head. Like, we're going good. He's gonna try to free himself.
I want to try to use a spell. I'm not sure if it would work, but I want to try it anyways, just to see if it would.
What spell do you want to use?
I want to try to use. Don't know if it'll work. Disintegrate armor.
Ooh.
Okay.
He's trying to shoot it upwards towards the chains. So like his hand's already there. He's just gonna grab onto it and just channel, sort of like funnel his magic through. Maybe it'd work.
Now, I'll say it would most definitely work, but also be loud.
That's what he's sort of expecting. Would he know it would work though? Would he know
Yes.
if that would work?
I would say work.
Okay. He just grabs onto it for a second, just feels it out, right? Just takes a second and then just how loud do we want to be?
We want
Quiet.
to be quiet until we begin running.
Yeah. We can be
So-
loud when we start moving, but until we get out of these chains, we need to be quiet.
Okay.
It could be a good last resort.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna quickly BRB 1 sec.
Everyone else, though, go ahead and give me either acrobatics for you, Rumitin. It could be at +10 to the roll. Rose can give me acrobatics as well as um, on the skills here. Athletics or acrobatics to go ahead and either break it free or to go ahead and actually literally slip the chains.
Question.
Yes.
Could I try to investigate my own chains to see if I could maybe reason out a way to me to like how to slip my wrists through it? Maybe.
I think DM cut out.
No, I'm reading something.
Oh, I just saw your camera go still. So
It's probably me
Yeah,
on
just-
still reading my PDF right here. So I don't think actually investigation would be used here because it's more of looking for clues in a
Okay.
text type of situation.
Yes, I see that now. I'm thinking of how D&D handles investigation. Okay,
Yeah.
in which case then it would be observe.
I have a question though. I can use acrobatics, strength-based acrobatics though, right? Or is it?
We can do. This could be. It's probably agility-based acrobatics.
That's better for me then, because my strength is not there.
I just realized we can do scores. So, for athletics, this is gonna be relevant here. So, this is gonna be a strength-based athletics to pull it free, not endurance.
Ooh, I'm good at strength.
So for
Got chained up. Freed myself again.
I'm gonna flip a coin, see what I'd use.
for the acrobatics, by acrobatics modifier, just plus 10 or just 10?
Add plus 10. Or 10, I think 10
Plus.
will work as well.
Let's see.
Gonna flip a coin.
Okay. So, Julian's character
Acrobatics.
also breaks it free. You watch as Rumitin just kind of slips through it. We see Mesa also, acrobatics just slipping through it. I mean, some good rolls right here, everyone. Let's see. Who are the ones that are not free right now?
Aw,
Mm.
come on!
Luna.
Come on, Mahuna.
That is a
Eh.
critical failure.
I think it's just. Oh.
Breaks
And I
the
said I was
hands.
good at athletics. Yeah.
Rough.
Lol.
But could I go ahead and do that observation I'd mentioned, or
Go for it.
observe? Okay. Fingers crossed. Okay. Then we're just
Unfortunately,
gonna
you don't
try
see
and
anything that stands out, so you have to give me more of those rolls. But 3 of you are free right now. You've tried. All right, so here's one thing we can do. I haven't really talked about it yet, but all of you do have luck. So luck can be used for some things in this game. And for example, if I do remember correctly, it can be used to increase our odds with certain things. So I'll let you use this. Let me get this correctly. So many rolls I gotta learn again. Or not again, but no. Let's see. Okay, so all of you will have luck points equal to the bonus of your luck score, and that gives me the first number, so it could be 3 to 4 for most of you. You can use luck to go ahead and re-roll a skill if you want to.
I'm tempted.
And these
I need to get
do
rid of that unlucky log.
restart at the beginning of every session. They do refresh.
Gotcha.
Okay.
In which case, why not?
So how many is it to redo my unlucky roll?
It's one, right?
I wonder if you can redo an unlucky roll. That's what I'm curious about. I'll look it up. Things to write down to look up. I'll say it right now. Go for it.
Okay. Take down one.
It would make sense though that you couldn't if I go by other games I play or run.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
My
let's go for
god,
it.
one away from my unlucky number again. Oh my
Ooh,
god.
so close.
Oh
So
my
close.
god.
So close.
But Mahuna, you also break free, leaving just. I think Irle is the only one that's not free right now. So Irle, do you want to use a luck point, or do you want to just be stuck there in the wall at the moment?
Uh, why not? Yeah, why not? I have a few of those, and they refresh the session, so may as well use them.
So make sure you reduce
Let's
it by
try to
the one
split.
on the character sheet.
Yep, just did so. And hey, there we
That's a
go.
5. So all of you slowly break free from your bindings. Y'all can now rub your hands. You do see, actually, well for my my little orc here. Let's see, let's have her do a roll. Let's go with let's see, we'll make her score a 45. Definitely not. So she's trying to break
Try to free
free,
them?
but she can't.
Oh,
All right.
help. We look out for goblins, right?
I can probably break his
Ma-
chains.
Mahuna's gonna grab a rock and basically attempt to just bash the chains that are holding down the orc.
Okay. As you go to grab the rock to do this, for you, Julian, you can go ahead and try to pull. Give me another athletics roll.
Alright. See if I can break these chains again.
Got him once, man. Got him once.
I've done
Strong
it 2
character.
times now.
Oh, no.
I'm getting
That's
tired.
a 100.
Hey,
Oh, that's
yikes.
the first one. That's the first one.
All right. As you're trying to get hers, it's not working for you. Mahuna, you can try. Might make some noise though.
Hmm. How noisy are they eating?
Ugh.
Quite loud. They will have a penalty to the roll, but they could potentially notice from a roll.
All
There'll
right.
be a penalty.
Basically, what I'd like to do is find a longer rock, if possible, to use as leverage to just rather than bash.
Okay, I'll give it to you. Go ahead and give me a, I guess, an athletics roll. Strength at plus 10.
Sweet. Plus 10. Roll.
It
Hooray!
does. You pull, and it just snaps out. She gets free. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And all of you do kind of stand up a little bit to look over the sides. And when you do, I'm going to go ahead and show a screen real quick. All right, you're going to see this.
Okay.
There you go. That's what you see as you do stand up. Most of the goblins are directly in front of all of you, or to the east here, consuming the body of that Imperial. There is one that is by the river, kind of watching the river right now, eating a bit of food, back turned towards you. The rest of them are by tents and whatnot and looking around. Now, here's the thing. There's 2 choices here we can do. Try to get to the river and escape. But I will say, your gear is here in this camp. Now, what it is, we'll have some fun things to deal with luck rolls. But it's up to you to see if you can find them, go about, do what you want to do. You can think about this, but before we do that, we're now going to go ahead and go into what I typically do in my games as well, is breaks. So we're going to do a 10 to 12 minute break right now, and then we'll come back in, that's 10, 12 minutes.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
And we get
Guys,
some
come in.
water then.
Sounds good.
Yep, I'm gonna go grab some.
There and
mages and I'm not. I can do distraction, but if I summon a Dremora Lord, you know.
Here's the thing, though. Can you summon a Jamor Lord?
No, but I still couldn't summon a scamp right before you, and you couldn't deal with it.
It also
But I could just shoot at you.
listen, but I can cast magic for free sometimes if I get lucky.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I have to make a roll. I cast magic for free. That's all it is. I will never lose. Listen, I make a check. It doesn't even say if I fail. The spell doesn't go off. I
Quote
can just do
Biza.
it.
Quote Biza, if he dies, I can never lose.
No. There's like small little parentheses in the destruction contest. Small little
Alright.
parentheses.
Everyone.
Hello.
As the
Howdy.
goblins are consuming that imperial individual, the rest of you, you do see that there are a number of tents all around this place. There's one larger tent that is directly above to the north. There is the river nearby that can be used as a means of escape. But the question is, which option, what are we going to do? Cause distraction, run away, deal with that one goblin that's to the west right here. What do we want to do?
So, what are we all good at? What are we all good at?
Magic.
Magic.
Good at killing monsters.
Magic,
With?
magic.
Honestly, I think we'll have a better shot if we get to a place that's a bit more safe, that's a bit more that we can have put our backs to, and then wait for nightfall to go get our stuff. I suggest that we go towards the river until nightfall.
Pardon? If we go to the river
Yeah.
and then
we
they
go
come
that way.
back, then they're obviously going to be on guard throughout the entire night because we won't be here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perhaps if we... I do agree, we should make our way towards the river, at least for the moment. It's a safer position. Could I... Could I roll... Because my character isn't from here. He doesn't... He might... Could I roll a lore skill check to see what I do know about goblins, if I have even ever heard of them before? Could I do that? Just to not, like, metagame here.
Sure.
Okay. Fingers... Oh, sorry. Fingers crossed. Hey! 10.
Alright. Well,
Um...
I'm gonna let y'all that are more knowledgeable explain what they are. Since I'll be reading off of a wiki right here, myself. Here can tell the story of the goblins.
I mean, from what I remember lore-wise, they are mostly placed in Cyrodiil, around Cyrodiil. They're territorial. They have, like, little goblin wars. They're not that intelligent of a race. They have mages, more like shamans. I'm not sure if we escape, they will be on guard. They will probably search, but they're not that military.
In which case, could I, with my successful lore skill and knowing of goblins now, could I make a logic check to surmise what would be the most likely result of what we do? If we did, like, go some distance and then came back at night.
Go for it.
Yes! Success.
Okay. So what you would know is that know a bit about the goblins as well as kind of the way they act. Now, they are violent, primitive humanoids that stand anywhere from 3 feet to 8 feet tall based on where you kind of go and what you do encounter. They are relatively large as well. Don't really have a society that are clan based, and they do have wars as mentioned by Lofus. And they were here when the Aldmer arrived. They were always kind of around the species. So, back to the question at hand. If you do all escape right now, they're probably gonna hunt for you for a little bit. But ultimately, they're probably gonna be satiated because they did just consume someone, and will probably go back to just interspawn with themselves. But they will pursue you for a little bit.
Okay. In which case, then Arrowlay would think for a moment and be like, well, if my memory serves me, say we do leave, they would likely pursue us, which we might be able to use to our advantage. If, per se, we lose them in the woods, purposefully lure them, pray tell, Altmer, what do you specialize in?
Conjuration, my friend.
Most convenient. In which case, do you know any creatures that you might conjure?
I'm pretty sure a scamp should be enough.
Then perhaps we make our way towards the river. We intentionally draw their attention, go into the woods, and then once we've gotten some distance, you could conjure your scamp and have it lead them away from us. Then we return to the camp, which will quite possibly be empty, considering how aggressive they are. They might all come charging. And we'd have likely a fair amount of time to gather our things.
Quick
Worth a
question.
try.
Do y'all see that in Foundry?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
That's your eating time. I'll put it that way.
Figured. Okay. Yeah, that is the plan that Erley proposes.
I would also like to add that I'm pretty good at knowing forests and how to get about forests and hiding in forests. So
Oh.
I can help us with that.
That's better than I can manage.
It's good.
Well, I could, yes.
I say we go with Early's plan then.
Alright. That's
Erley just has this smug look of superiority, like, yes, I am a genius.
what
I mean, I was the one that suggested going that way in the first place, but sure.
yeah, he
let
was pointing.
let them keep that win. It's important for them.
Is it?
Of course it is.
We should go before the clip's over. Before we
Yeah, let's go,
waste our
let's go,
time.
come on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, name's Calmer. It's just
Oh.
Finally.
Oh, pleasure. Besa.
Yeah, the last Imperial didn't tell us her name. It was lying there, so good thing.
It's unfortunate.
Joe, type your name in chat for me, or change it. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yep.
All right. Like
In which
changed.
case-
All right.
Yeah. Said that as he just casually starts walking.
Who feels as though they can take...
So,
Sorry.
no, finish your thought there, Jude.
Erley just kind of, proposes the general question, who believes themselves capable enough of handling the one goblin quietly?
I could probably give it a go. I'm pretty good with my hands.
Yeah, I don't
Must
know
have
about
been.
quietly, but I can take him.
Most of my things are loud.
I trust Mayuna most, I think, with that.
I'm more of a last resort type of person.
All right.
I mean, I appreciate the trust.
Well, go on.
Alright, I'm
Okay,
just gonna... I'll basically... sort of like crouch down in like a starting position, ready to make a move towards the goblin at full speed when they say go.
All right.
Give me. This is just count for how fast you get there with them noticing. Give me a stealth roll there, Mahuna.
Okay. Down. Boop.
I was gonna.
Ooh.
I was
Ah.
gonna say.
Well, to be fair, I was trying to run as fast speed, so
I
it's
know,
fine.
but it's just a count to see if the goblin would even hear you. You did fail though, so the goblin is
I
going
was.
to.
I thought that we were gonna do a summon first, so there was a distraction, and then
Is
I'll
that where we're
go.
going?
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
the talk was we summon one in the woods, so
Oh, okay. Yeah.
they lead them
Okay.
away from us.
Fair
yeah,
enough.
we get them to chase us, and then we like use the scamp to lead them away from us, and then we come back.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you move towards that goblin, as you rush forward, it does go, and it turns around, and eyes wide, it sees you. I'm not gonna go initiative yet until we get more of this stuff done, but go ahead and give me your combat roll, your combat style.
Okay. Boop. Oh.
You want to use a luck point?
Yeah, fuck it. I'll use a luck point.
Ooh.
Punch him harder.
Yeah.
Kick him in
Hey.
the balls.
There we go.
Hey.
Now, speaking of luck points, so I'm not going to do the penalty for you, Jesse, but when you get a critical number, when you get a lucky number, you gain 1 luck point. So in this case, Lofus, add a luck point to your character sheet. When you get an unlucky number, you lose 1 from your character sheet.
Oh.
But I won't give it to you
So
right
I-
now. So Lofus, take yours, but don't track 1 from you. So you still have 1 remaining, I believe, there, Jesse. So
I have 2. 'Cause I have 4.
Okay, in that case, leave it there. You rush forward. Now, the goblin did see you, so it's going to go ahead and use its reaction to roll a evade to see if it can dodge out of the way of you coming to tackle the thing, and it fails. So you come right in, you tackle the enemy. Now, do you have a damage roll for that? In fact, you're probably not going to worry about it right now.
I don't know.
Alright, we're not gonna worry about it. We'll go narratively here. So you come in. Yes, Lofus, you have 4 out of 5. So you come in and you tackle, or what do? You take care of this goblin right now. It's only 1 by itself. I'm not gonna worry about it at the moment. I want to do more narrative at the scene right now. What do you do?
So I was hoping to basically tackle it to a point where it's down on the ground, and then I could cover its mouth whilst trying to go for its throat.
Yes. And you succeed.
Hooray!
Its belly was full from already eating some food, so it just got overpowered by you. As you essentially all watch as she runs forward and just tackles, slams the head into the ground, and just keep its face smushed into the dirt, and just, I'm guessing, suffocate the thing in the dirt.
Nice.
Okay. With that being
So-
done, all of you can now move towards the river. As you make your way there, we'll see if the goblins notice you all are missing. So, I like random chance, but since all of you have different luck rolls, I'm going to roll randomly who gets to do the actual roll itself. And so in this case, for you, Aurelia, give me a luck roll.
Wait. Who?
You, really?
Aurelia.
Oh, it's Erele. That's how we pronounce. But
I was saying Aurelia. Aurelia, sorry. It's a first game. I'll know your names eventually. Aurelia, yeah.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Oh no.
Since I butchered it so bad, I was fine earlier. I think I was saying earlier. Go ahead and give me another roll. I'll give you a freebie for me butchering your name for the second part for some damn reason.
I'll take it. Hey.
Hey!
I lied. Take it back. I'm gonna do it.
Aww.
Okay. So
Okay,
as all of you do
okay.
move towards the banks, the goblins are just consuming that Imperial, and y'all get to the banks of the river without being seen right now. Now the question is, do we just get into the water and just go down? Do we just walk down the banks, or do you make a noise, or what do you do?
What's on the other side of this bank actually? Because I see trees up here. But like, is that just more forest over there, or?
It is woodland area. It is forest. And the water does stream down to the southwest.
Gotcha.
I guess the question would be, would you follow the river or do you cross the stream?
I wouldn't recommend crossing the stream considering we don't exactly have many clothing items.
No, I will say
No.
though, take out the goblin. You do have its items. So I'm gonna go ahead and I don't think we have a party sheet. I have to see how I do this. So I'll let you decide who wants to take it. But this goblin does have a shield that's on its back as well as a cudgel.
Ooh, I would very much like to take those if possible.
Okay, not the cudgel. The cudgel is
Rook
actually
belt.
a. No, I'll go with what I said. The cudgel is a two-handed weapon.
Oh.
He's got a cudgel, a shield, as well as a goblin blade.
I'd like to take both of those if possible.
My character's gonna like raise up his arms. He still hasn't gotten out of his chains. He only just ripped them out the wall. So someone kind of felt new with these.
We'll do it later if he's safe.
Alright, let me.
Let's heading towards foliage. I wouldn't recommend going into the stream. It's gonna be cold, and we don't exactly have many clothing items. Let's follow the river downwards, and then maybe we'll be downriver, downwind of the goblins as well. So hopefully they won't smell us.
Very
What about
well.
that? What about that other trick, that pork? Is
Oh,
the
yeah.
is the orc still following us, or
Oh,
did
yeah.
we not get her?
Apologies.
Oh, okay.
So she is following all of you as all of you start making your way down the stream. Now, as you're moving? Are you running? Are you moving stealthily, or are you kind of moving at a cautious pace? What are y'all doing?
Cautious is best.
Mm,
At least
Bit
it's what we're
cautious for
paid.
the moment. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
As
that's the pace
Erle,
that we're just gonna stick to is cautious at the moment.
Erle is gonna ask, like, the group, like, so, how far away do we want to be to cause this distraction? Or, well, to get their attention, I should say.
Well, now we need to get out of their sight, and unfortunately, goblins are pretty good at spotting things.
I say we move I don't know, 100 meters out or something. 100, 200. Easy enough. Cast something loud, something bright, get their attention, run away the opposite direction. Easy enough.
Great.
All right.
Okay.
As all of you are making your way to the south, and you are trying to get away from these goblins, to maybe come back later on to get your equipment, find out where it's going to be at. As you are going, I want to continue doing some rolls. It's going to be a heavy roll session today just to get an idea of how things work out for myself and for us to view. So, I'm going to go and talk about group rolls right now. So, in a group roll, we're going to go with the basics at the moment before I go into what I typically do in my games, which is kind of similar. But right now, I want everyone to go ahead and give me don't roll yet, but a stealth roll. I'm looking for, typically it's going to be half to succeed. Being 5 players, usually you need more than half, so you need 3, but because of you already getting away, all I'm looking for is 2 successes. As long as we have 2 successes between 5 players, you all get away from this camp right now. Everyone, give me a stealth roll.
I'm not good with stealth. Let's try.
There's one success!
Alright, Muhuna's getting away.
Oh
more,
no,
one more.
guys!
Please.
One more!
Oh!
By the
Okay.
grace of
Okay.
Yeah.
As all of you start making your way, crouched down, moving through the landscape, the goblins, they're just consumed with eating people and looking about and having enjoyable activity with themselves. They never notice you until much later, as you finally do get away further and further and further, and you essentially get away from this entire area. Now, as you're making your way following the stream, eventually you do come to some bends in the river. And how far are you going away?
I wouldn't say super far away. I think within
Yeah.
100 meters will be 100 miles for brain.
100 miles would be pretty far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 200 kilometers?
Maybe like 2 times over.
Like, we're far, but near-ish that
Far
we can
enough
go
away
back.
to not get any attention drawn to you. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
there
definitely
we
do.
go.
You're now in the wilderness, but again, only one of you now has 2 weapons and a shield. None of you have equipment. None of you have your armor. So, You are in the middle of the wilderness. Now we can actually try to figure out where we are. So someone roll me navigation.
I'm really good at survival, if that helps. Navigation, no. Not so
Navigation would be
much.
the skill.
Yeah.
I have
Should I-
navigation.
Hey!
Let me see if what can I roll.
Um, can you
Nice.
only help if you're, at the very least, like, what is it, novice? Or can you help if you're
I think
untrained?
I think you do have to be skilled that way. Let me check.
Gotcha. Okay.
I have.
I'm not gonna worry about it right now because I don't know the offhand, but I'll look it up. But I'll say right now, anyone can help. So anyone can roll their navigation if they want to.
Yeah, I'll take a crack at it.
I'm smart. I'd like to help.
Give it a
Ray-
shot. I'll give it a shot.
Right. In this case,
Rumitan?
Rumitan, you can give one more. You can give one more roll.
Okay.
Give a crack at it.
Hey,
Hey.
Also,
I'm untrained in everything, by the way. I'm only good at destruction. You're welcome.
Okay.
That might be
You're welcome.
detracting from
You're
your
welcome.
character in the future. I'll say that right now.
Yeah, I was sort of thinking about it.
All right. Oh, hands up.
Dang.
All right, you got it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this and show all of you. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and change this picture. Give me 1 second, everyone, while I get things set up that I'm learning from here. So keymaker. Let's go to tokens. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna send you here. Ryan, you can go ahead and tell everyone where we're at.
Yep. Taking set.
Not there.
Whilst
I-
we're...
This is where we're at.
Don't have a
Oh
token there.
no.
I don't have a token to see.
Oh shit. Give me a second.
I know you're probably thinking about other things, but whilst we're walking through being cautious, Marina's just gonna keep an eye out for edible foliage, things that are safe to eat.
So
Okay.
we're right there, right?
That token is where we're at right now.
Okay.
If you want to see, you can tell everyone at this point where we're at. And then I'm gonna go ahead and bring everyone here.
Mhm. Well, I was coming through this area, but we're near Vlindril, Wende, and Kamala, and also near Coral. Chorol. We're near there, but we can probably cut through, go to one of those three places, or we can just go to like the main place itself, Coral. What do you
I
guys
have not
thought?
the slightest idea where those are.
Well, the Coral's like pretty far away, good distance, but the other three I mentioned aren't. It's really depends where you want to go. Which one?
You'll see the
Which one
token
sounds better, I guess.
will be right here. Everyone, that is our current position. Now we can see
Oh,
distances. If you hold down Control and drag click, you can draw distances.
Oh!
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Now,
Ooh.
unfortunately, I can't do kilometers and, so it's actually just double the miles in 2 kilometers. Or is it? I always get confused with the conversion between kilometers and miles. Is it like 2 kilometers for a mile, roughly?
I've never understood that math, to be fair.
Yeah. So essentially double to make a rough guesstimation. Just double the miles, and that's how many kilometers it is. Just make it easy.
I'm sorry. I will say Wende is our best shot at the moment for going to any civilization. It's the closest one, I believe.
are we heading to civilization or are we getting the goblins out here.
I think
Yeah.
it'd be better off if we take the goblins on. At least, like, most places will take goblin ears as a way of payment, so we can get some gold out of it.
Yeah, the Fighters
Yeah,
Guild
also-
should take some of the years.
Yeah, and
Also, it is unbecoming of a Telvanni to not have their robes that I am currently missing.
I was gonna say, you literally have nothing on you right now, and I'm literally searching for food for you.
which we appreciate, by the way. We
Yes.
appreciate.
I like food.
As
Yes.
you're
Yes,
looking,
yeah,
go
it
and
is
give me
very
a
appreciated.
survival roll. Don't roll yet. We're not talking about another mechanic. So that's called the degrees of success. And so typically some I can't talk right now. Some checks will determine how well you do, how much ingredients you gather in foraging, based on the degrees of success. Now this is determined by the 10th digit of your actual successful roll. So the lower the roll is actually the worse it is because you get no degrees of success. So in this case, here's how it's going to work out for this roll right here. As you look for some food, some herbalism, and just foraging here, Mahuna. Every degree of success you get is how much food you acquire for one person. So say your target number is like 35, and you roll a 20. The 10 is a 2, you grab 2 foods for 2 people. If it's a 3, 3 foods. If it's 4, 4, so forth. So the higher it is, before you cross the threshold, is as much food as you actually gather. So the higher the number is, the better. So go ahead and give me a survival roll here, Mahuna.
Okay.
Now everyone remember your actual specializations, so keep that in mind.
Oh.
So I have to write this down too, if you do have it.
I was gonna say I haven't added my specialization, sorry. So I am specialized in survival, so do I need to just add a 10 or?
Specialized. Let me see if survival is actually one, or is that the skill itself? So, are you specialized? Let me look at character sheet. In fact, here's what I want to do to make this easier. Everyone, go to character sheet, and under your skills, click on the skill that has a specialization, and put in under the name, parentheses, the actual specialization it is.
I only got one. And that's an instruction, baby.
So look at your character sheet right now. Jesse, yours is essentially,
I wanted to change it, to be fair. I wanted to change it to survival with, like, being able to hunt and rummage.
so pick either foraging or hunting.
Oof. I don't want to metagame by just saying foraging right now, because I would
Well, it'll be
normally...
locked in if you do, so make the
Yeah.
choice.
Flip a coin.
Flip a coin for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I did like earlier in the session.
Alright. Heads is hunting. And it went down. Oh! That's a tail, so it's foraging.
Okay, so put in foraging under your specialization. So everyone, when you click the skill, it should show your actual specialization, which will be easier to keep track of for now once to actually click on the skill itself. So let's do that.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, but there is a success, but it is with a 3, which means you only get 1 for one person amount of berries as well as some mushrooms and stuff like that.
But I didn't add the 10 when I did that roll, so...
So it doesn't increase your result, it increases your actual target number. So we'll go from 50 to 60.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So your result
Fair
is
enough.
still the same.
Okay. So I'm gonna just basically hand out, like, a bite full to everyone, if possible.
One
If it's
person-
enough for one person.
One person who gets it.
Ah.
How many people are here? Like 6?
6? Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll that d6.
Yeah.
I'm the guy with the healing magic.
I can fuck that guy up with my fire magic.
And you don't get any healing.
I was
No,
born
one
outside
didn't
of the
do
ritual.
magic.
I'm already drawing straws.
Yeah.
Already happens.
I could put in a good word for the house.
I can show you magic.
How do I just do a d6?
/R space 1d6 in chat.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we're using those cast commands.
So,
That's me!
you. Alright.
I'm just gonna stand there eating it.
I'm gonna find some herbs. It just eats it herself. All right.
Just walks back like, hey, what's up, guys?
As all of you are moving, everyone go ahead and give me a observation roll again. Observe.
Okay.
Yay.
Observe.
I'm observing. Ooh, no.
I am
Yay.
not.
I'm not observing.
All right.
Nope.
So, Mahuna as well as Rumatin, you two see in the distance, as you follow the river as it bends, you're about maybe like a 20-minute jog from that camp. You see a bend in the river, and you notice a currently unlit fireplace. No, not fireplace, an unlit campfire that is in front of a cave. Now, the two of you that succeeded, both of you, roll me a luck roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Nope.
No luck.
Wait.
This would be
Why did it do
beneficial.
that? There we go.
Ah,
Okay, so I'm not going to tell you
Oh.
anything here. This would be... I like this. It'd be a good way to get some stuff done. But you two notice there is a unlit campfire as well as the opening to a cave. You do see upon the walls of the cave, it's about a 10-foot gap, or I say a 3-meter gap, and has two unlit torches at the front of it.
That's highly suspicious.
Indeed.
what is?
Oh,
There's a cave over there that's got like torches and an unlit campfire, but like the torches are out, and that's just highly suspicious. That's probably another goblin area.
Perhaps.
Side thing. Being able to navigate.
Having a look around the entrance to the cave, does it look like it's been quite well worn? Like, is there like many pathways into it and that?
You can't if you actually go there and investigate, but first I'm going to go to Ryan. Ryan, what were you saying?
Being able to navigate this place, would I know of this cave's name if it does have one, or like its surrounding area? You know, like any locale history
Alright,
or
so let's
something?
continue our skill checks here. So this would again be probably navigation, but this would be a harder check. So this would be a minus 10 navigation.
For me?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're asking about it.
Hey, it's a good question, I'd say.
Hey, lucky number. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Okay. Ryan, add 1 luck to your character sheet.
Does it go for 5 out of 4, or
Yeah,
is it just
5 out of
max
4.
still?
But
Okay,
they only
okay.
last till the end of the game, which means use them. You got a free one now.
I'll. Yeah.
Alright, so
Okay.
this is known as...
Getting a message right now, ain't I?
Oh my goodness, are those the Oblivion games?
I got a couple lucky numbers.
Hmm.
Got a couple of them.
Handful.
Got a good handful. I got one funny number.
That is a
One funny
critical
number.
success. Alright. I need to give you more information to give you the count for this.
Appreciate it.
Alright, so Ryan, here is your message. That is not it.
Okay.
Did I just... I didn't save it. Okay, shit. Well, I'm not going to restart that. So, here's what you know. So, this cave is known as Kunder Cave, and is actually home to a group of goblins known as the Bird Crunchers. We'll go with that. The Bird Crunchers were recently a plague to one of the towns that is to the north of, to the south of Turl. And they were essentially just ravished. And rumor was that it escaped with about maybe 4 or 5 of them have escaped. But you see the emblem, which is a bunch of birds that are put on stakes in front of the cave, which you can now see. They were about, I'll say, 20 strong, and about a dozen of them were killed in a recent raid against the town of Turtle for whatever reason they were doing.
Okay.
Called it being Goblin Cave. Whoop.
He's just looking at the emblems scattered about. This place isn't that bad compared to that camp over there, I'd say.
I
Probably
mean,
less goblins.
it's still goblins, and
Less
not being
goblins, I'd
funny.
say.
I've only got a sword and I've got a goblin sword that doesn't really fit my hand, and a shield that looks like it can fall apart any second now. So
Yes, I think
Well,
one
the-
encampment is more than enough.
Well, they were harassing Cora up there
although
at some time
what
ago.
we could do is goblins don't really like each other, and I highly doubt for two goblins here that we've come across of the same group, we could try and pit them up against each other.
Huh.
Oh,
Quite clever there, Redguard. I mean,
I will
Yes,
say,
thank you, Elf.
wow.
I'm
Umutan just
gonna
says that
call it
out.
out.
Wow. Elf. We're just elves for those humans.
it could have,
I'm sorry, I had to.
at least could have been said as done, Mayor. He just crosses his arms, puts up his nose.
I think you hurt his feelings.
Yeah.
My feelings are quite healthy. Thank you for your concern.
The only thing is how are we going to set that plan in motion? You said you
Yes.
could summon a creature. If we can summon it sort of like near the cave and then get them to flee towards the camp, that might work.
Alright, Besa, what are you
Yeah.
saying? Think about that real quickly.
I will say it's going to be difficult because I imagine with the numbers low, they wouldn't want to really leave as much. Look, they got a campfire near front. Wouldn't they just stay in this local area? Not that far out from the other encampments who could clearly. I mean, they'd probably know, right? Goblins are scared because they just got wiped out, pretty much.
Perhaps, but they are violent and aggressive.
Agreed.
They're also goblins. I say they're
Yes.
goblins.
They're quite cowardly.
What I'm thinking is, it's probably easier to wipe the goblins out in this cave, take their equipment, and rest here, and go tomorrow to the camp, fully equipped with whatever they have.
Out of
And
curiosity,
Perhaps.
how do you know for sure that they've been wiped out? We're not just basically going to a goblin city.
I've
Yeah.
spent a few number of days here.
I
So,
guess.
per the local news and such.
But also, isn't it quite prevalent that goblins are able to breed quite quickly?
How long ago was this? I know.
From your recollection, you know how long it's been since you've been conscious and transported. So you did move quite a bit of miles over terrain, but it was like maybe 2 days ago.
Okay.
2 days, I think. I don't know of time and such, but 2 days can't raise an army.
Yes.
Especially if you're looking to recruit.
Yeah, I can just go in there and start screaming into the cave and see if goblins come out.
I mean,
We want to solve this quickly.
How about we just
That
lure
is-
them out?
That is
See if they
certainly an
have
idea.
We,
But
we stand at the sides from the entrance. We lure them out from the front. We attack at the pincer.
question: could I make a lore and or logic check to try and discern a way with what I know, what I could recall, what I could reason, as to how we could reasonably pit these goblins against the goblins we had in the camp goblins?
Demon logic.
Because all right, bet I am intelligent. I'm astute. I am, in fact, a genius.
And Dunmer.
Imperials.
Got the bread in.
Oh,
What did I do?
An Imperial guy.
Yeah, what did he do? What did he do?
apologies. Force of habit. Force of habit. Manmer.
Look at it. Man. What's a man?
Well, that is what Breton means. In a rough
Man.
translation into human tongue.
It means man, though.
All right.
Well,
shoot.
in all technicality, it's half is a more accurate way to say it, but the essence of the word is that you're man-mer.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
I mean, to explain it, you're half me and half the Imperial.
Am I?
Well, in technicality, it's half need, but they don't exist anymore. But I have an idea. You see, as it would happen, well, as you had said, these goblins were nearly wiped out. Goblins are extremely territorial things. If the clan that we had encountered in the encampment, which is clearly stronger than these are likely to be, had even the slightest idea that these goblins were here, they would most certainly march out and attack them almost immediately. So, if we can, by some method or another, inform our captors of the presence of these goblins, they'd likely come running here very quickly. We wouldn't need to do a thing.
No.
Well, beyond tell them, somehow.
I mean, one way we can easily do that is lure one out with possibly like some kind of food, and then like basically press it up and deliver it to the campsite.
I will say luring out them like that would be more suspicious. You know, they'd be more wary of just. I can place down a rune of magicka. Rune, right? Proper. They get close to it. We sort of lure them out somehow. I don't know how, but it just explodes. They're wary. You know, just more sort of scattered about. You know, sort of leading them funneling in. It's good work. I think maybe.
You know, it
It's
would
an
certainly
idea.
work to kill them, but
Just one would be well enough, I'd say, to get them aware of our presence.
yes. But, well, that would only deal with this cave, or... Well, you seem to know about this. You said that... Wait, I'm brainfarting a little. Did your character say that they recognize these goblins by the crunched up birds, or... Would other goblins perhaps recognize that?
I'd say that actually, maybe.
Let me
Then
let
perhaps...
me let me think about it. If they recognize themselves on signs, what could I roll to know how clans of goblins recognize each other?
Give me a lore roll.
Lore roll? Okay.
Could I help them in the role? As I've, like, already,
Sure.
you know...
Roll one more time
Okay.
there, Rumiton.
Okay. Come on.
Hey!
Yes.
Okay.
That's 3 big brains.
2.5 MERS.
Okay. You better slow your roll.
Okay.
Alright, message coming to you there, Lofus.
I say we just go and
Bird
go and kill them
Munchers
all.
that you do know were a large band.
Bird Crunchers were a large band, you said?
Yes, they were. But They got mostly wiped out. Some few remaining.
So, between goblins, it depends how well known the clan is. The bigger the clan, the more well known to other clans it is. If it's a relative small clan, a bigger clan would know of it. The bit crunchers were relative large before they were killed, so the other clan could have known of them. So if we bring the symbol to them, that would be most likely a declaration of war.
Yes.
Ooh, so we just need to take the pole with the bird on and just go basically chuck it outside the camp.
I mean, they're not that smart, but I think they will understand if we bring the symbol. And that's easy enough. I just take one of the symbols, summon my little scamp, and the scamp runs and drops it. We are safe.
Yes. Yes.
I like that.
That's it.
But
I
for
guess
now, let's save up some of our energy. I'm gonna go see if the river water is safe to drink. And maybe wait for it to be a bit darker.
That's all.
Sure.
Well, are goblins nocturnal? Or do they sleep?
I mean, they've got to sleep at some point.
Yes, I do suppose so. And they were awake. But I don't know. I'm not from this province.
I think they're nocturnal. Most of them live in caves.
And would make logical sense, but these are
Well-
clearly reasonless creatures.
Yeah.
You do say they live in caves, but he gestures towards the torches.
We've done enough rolls of goblins, so I'll say this: they are nocturnal. They can see in the dark.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Perhaps
Operate
it'd
in
be
both
better.
environments.
I'd say at least let's start waiting until the sun starts to set before we make our move then. Just so then we have a little bit of cover. Even if they can see in the dark.
Mm.
But fair enough.
I mean, could we not just have the scamp do it?
I mean, we can. It depends on how far the scamp can fly as well. Do you have, like, a limit on how far a summon can go away from you, or...?
I don't even know that. Let's find out.
As I know it, I could just tell the scamp to go a direction for 1 minute. And it needs to go there.
I will say, we probably should be discussing this right in front of the...
Yeah, let's take one of the symbols first. Also, scams, I don't know, how much do you know about Detra?
Who are you asking that?
To Mehuna. Because
Oh.
she said scams can fly, and he's looking like,
No, you've literally been saying it can fly, like, the last 10 minutes, so...
no, he can walk there.
Oh!
Scams are like
Little imps.
not imps. They're
Oh.
more like goblins.
They're just,
So you
they're
have
just
a
little
goblin that
critters,
you
little
can
critters.
control. Okay, fair enough. I honestly didn't know. I swear I picked up on someone saying it can fly. So,
Probably just misheard. Don't worry about it. If I summon them, you will see how they look.
I mean, it'll be
Yeah,
my
but-
first proper
Right.
interaction with Deidre, but sure. I'm gonna go check the river water, see if it's safe to drink.
I'll
Yes.
tag along with you in case there's a fight. Or something.
I get one of the symbols then.
Everyone that is
I'll
curious
remain here.
about looking around, give me a observe roll. So you can choose two if you want to, because obviously you can get a critical failure if you do want to.
I
Like
guess
that.
Oh god, no, why?
Remove another luck point. Remove a luck point for your character sheet now.
I
Oh,
guess Basta would be looking around as well.
why 29? Why?
The most
29.
unlucky rolls of the game so far.
I will use
Yeah.
one luck to reroll.
Honestly, that tracks for me. To be
I'll use the freebie. I'll use the freebie here, may as well.
Yeah, why not?
Why not, right? Hey, look at that.
Hey,
Hey,
The freebie worked
that's
out.
pretty good.
Hey. Not bad.
honestly, this tracks. I'm always so unlucky in game.
I'm enjoying
What?
this right now. I'm enjoying this so far.
the water's poisonous.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's see. So we got Bisa. So don't say anything yet while I send out these messages. Alright, we got remixing. Got something else. Well, it is going to be both this. Alright, as well as Early.
Yep.
There you go. Alright, y'all can reveal what you just found. You three did see something. As you're talking, discussing.
Hey,
Oh.
Hey, I think I see a way through here. He's going to follow along to the wall.
Hmm.
I see something over here.
As do I.
Do you see something in near
Oh.
the river wall?
Yeah, something just enough to... We can fit through it. Say that, we don't have to take the main entrance if we're good. Maybe
Yeah,
it looks
there's-
round.
There's something shiny there. Do you see it?
Yeah, I also noticed that.
Yes,
You could tell because of the
yes.
water. You could tell because of the water how it reflects a little bit.
Who's taking a look at the shiny stuff?
Me! It's me.
Okay, so, Besa, for you, you find a couple of drakes in the water, but we'll see if there's anything that's also more valuable. I like the luck mechanics, we'll keep using it, so give me a luck roll to see if there's any item as well.
Okay. This is where I roll luck and characteristics.
Luck is
right?
good for treasure. I like that actually.
I love rolling
Ooh.
luck.
In
I
this
hate
case,
rolling
nothing
luck.
else.
Could I reroll? Could I
Yeah, you can luck point if you want
reroll that?
Luck point.
I'll use the one. I'll use one more.
I use luck to reroll my luck.
Okay.
Funny.
Hey.
You
May as well
find
use them,
an
right?
item as well. Alright, let's see.
He's gonna like pick up the drakes.
Roll me a d10.
Okay. 8.
Ooh.
You find a iron short sword, a little bit damaged, that's kind of stuck in between the rocks.
Nice.
And you take 8 drinks. Now, when I
I'm
do give
not
out
picking
treasure,
that up.
when I do give out gold, it is distributed to the party itself, so split it. Don't hog it all to one person.
Okay.
But yeah, find an
I'm
iron
not
short
taking
sword.
that. I'm not taking that. He points at the iron short sword. Mahuna, you want that?
The short sword? I mean, it'll be
Yeah.
better than this goblin knife, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
Right on.
Alright, so how
That's
to do
it.
this? Jesse, go to character sheet, go to the
Yep.
items tab of the character sheet,
Yep.
hit control space, type in iron short sword, and drag it to your sheet.
Iron sword,
Or-
and then drag. Okay.
Alright. Then how do you equip this is you click on the weapon and you click on equip on the new page that pops up.
Done.
Okay. You watch
For
as
the-
Mahuna equips the shield as well as the short sword.
Alright,
Dripping
does
water,
anyone-
it is pop marked with a bit of erosion over time. It's been here for quite a while, but it's usable right now.
Yeah. Does anyone want the goblin blade if I'm not using this? Or if I'm using the sword?
No, no.
May as
not
well.
really.
May as well.
No,
Here
thank
you
you.
go.
Yeah, give it to you.
Alright, so in this case, do you know how this works out? Go to remove the goblin dagger from your character sheet here, Jesse.
Okay.
Then for you, Ryan, on your character sheet, type in goblin blade and drag it to your character sheet. So control space to open up the search bar on your character sheet. Go to the items tab.
Items, yep. Yep.
Hit control space. Type in goblin. What was it?
Goblin dagger.
Goblin blade.
That should be there.
No. You added in the actual. Add in the actual item itself. Don't create an item.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to figure it out where the items. Okay, I'm short circuiting a little bit.
You're good. So first off, go to character sheet.
Yep.
Go to the items part of the character sheet where you have right now a goblin blade that's kind of like blank.
Yep.
So on the keyboard, press Control Space on the keyboard. It should bring up a little pop-up window in the middle of the screen.
Search tabs.
Yeah. Type in Goblin Blade in that search tab. Is it working?
Nope. It does it for the browser, not the Foundry for me.
All right. So this will be good for everyone because it's actually good because all the spells are in the game right now. Here's what we're gonna do to make this work. Everyone, go to the top right of Foundry. Go to the 2 cogs, the settings. Go to Configure Controls.
Yep.
Go down to Quick Insert Search Widget and change that toggle to something that you can click on because it's very, very beneficial and useful inside all of Foundry.
Widgets.
Oh,
Right.
control space. Yeah.
Yeah, for me it works normal. I got
Some
one.
browsers bring up, I know some browsers affect it that way. Now you can type in any item in the game as well as any spells and look at, and when I tell you to get an item, that's how you add item to your character sheet.
I'm trying to find it right now.
Okay.
Were you trying to
Neat.
find, Ryan?
I'm trying to find the control space line.
Right. So go top right Foundry, you have the 2 cogs.
Yeah, configure controls, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it right now.
So on the left hand side, go down to, there's a filter on the left hand side. Go down to Quick Insert, Search Widget.
Yeah, control space. Control space.
So change it though. You can change the hotkey to something else.
I'll change it to, let's see. Exit out.
Alright, while you're doing that, let me ask a question. As you do retrieve the short sword and you look inside the cave, it is very, very dark, but it is a river that still kind of flows into the cave system itself. Now, not only that, there are a couple of torches inside that are lit.
Oh.
We don't need to do anything with goblins. We just need to take the thing and let's go.
Yes, let's take one of the symbols. Rimotan would go wherever the symbols are and just take one.
Okay, it's at the very, very front.
Here? Rimotan would go there. Grabs one and
Yeah.
goes back.
Did you get it, Ryan?
Yep, got it. Thank
Sweet.
you.
Alright, cool. Alright,
Thanks.
you go and you swipe the item,
Mm-hmm.
and as you are, give me a stealth roll.
A stealth roll. Whew, okay.
Okay. As you're going
I-
to get it, you want to reroll or?
I use a luck point.
Okay.
Yep.
I
As
I
usual.
have. That's worse.
Even worse.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh, yikes. Looks like
Oh,
that idea.
I
I
Not
guess
working
we're
out.
fighting goblins.
We're definitely gonna start a goblin war here.
As
Yep.
you're there grabbing it, you hear the sounds, and all of you watch. Coming towards the entrance is a goblin. That's slowly moving towards, and it's just kind of looking around. It doesn't see any of you right now, as all of you kind of quickly, I imagine, is kind of going to the cover that's nearby, but it is moving towards the entrance, and you can hear it moving towards the entrance here, Rumiton.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna be doing the dumb thing and start bashing my shield to get attention. Over here.
You know, and it starts charging. It just runs past.
Okay.
Out the open and charging towards you, Mahuna.
As as it passed, since it's clearly like focused over here, could I just lob a firebolt at it while it's not particularly aware?
All right. Here's how we're gonna do this. I do want to get a taste of combat, just know how it actually plays on this game. So we'll say that not only that, we'll say a couple more come running out of the cave as well. We'll get 3 of them. So we're gonna go full combat in this game right now. So let's do this. We'll go ahead and have you, these 3, and then this one in initiative. All right. So everyone, close the character sheet really quickly.
Yep.
Go to the very top right of Foundry. There's going to be 2 crossed swords. Click on that, please.
Combat.
Mm-hmm.
You will see a D20 icon next to your name. Click on that. Fantastic. All right. So,
Pardon me.
as we begin combat, it is for you, Besa, that you're able to take the initiative here. Now, in initiative, you do have, in combat, I should say, you have 3 action points, and pretty much everything does a action point or multiple action points based on what you do. Between moving, casting spells, skills, all that stuff. There are more things you can do besides just swinging a weapon, but a lot of things are more than just saying or like drop an item. We're required to use an action every 3 action points.
Okay. Okay. So.
Now, just to reiterate, movement doesn't actually take an action point. You can move a number of squares equal to your, where would it be at? Under combat, your speed.
When it says 9, it's 9 meters, I assume? Right?
Mm-hmm. This actually means you can move far in combat, if I'm taking this correctly.
Or I can just move once.
Right now, every square is going to be a meter, yeah, so,
Okay.
it's 5 feet, essentially. Or I can
Okay.
3 feet. But yeah, every square will be, that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha. Perfecto.
Okay. So, how much would it take to, like, do a spell? Like, would it cost 1, 2 action points, or?
So a spell, I believe, costs 1 action point to cast. As far as I know.
So can I cast the same 3 in a row, or?
I believe so.
I'm just wondering.
Okay.
How much mana do I want to? How much magicka do I want to go through?
I mean, that's the thing. You will be using
Yeah.
mana.
Yeah.
That is the price, isn't it? You could absolutely nuke this encounter, but would it be worth it?
Maybe. It might be worth it.
Maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
How much would I be going through? Hold on. Are we going through a quarter? Are we going through a quarter? Sure. I'm gonna cast Chain Lightning. Gonna cast Chain Lightning.
Right, so do me a favor. Do this mechanically. I want you to target the one you want to shoot, or kill, or hurt. So hover over the token and press T on the keyboard, or double right click it with your mouse. And you'll see a little dot above them. That means I know who color-wise is targeting the enemy. So I see that right now. I'm targeting that. All right.
Okay.
Now go to your character sheet and go ahead and go to the magic part and click on the actual skill first, then the spell. So you have to actually cast the spell. So go ahead and, since you're all destruction spells, click on your destruction.
Okay.
So you watch as, well, you tell me, you narrate to me. Actually, we'll do that after the roll itself. So to go ahead and click on the actual spell now.
Fine. Select one of the options below, or skip this to cast a spell without additional effects of not receiving such effects. I don't care enough about these extra options right now, I think.
Alright, so when you hit, you roll randomly to the location you hit, in this case being the body, the spell cost, which automatically reduced it from your character sheet, and then the damage. So, narrate to me what it looks like when you cast your Chain Lightning.
I also have to roll 2 more times because of the chain lightning thing. I can hit 4 times if there's like 4 of them in a row.
Let's see, within 10 meters, which will definitely hit all 3 of them. So,
Oh.
So I roll it 2 more times, right? Just so I'm understanding.
I'm trying to see if we do the roll still.
I mean,
It says
It
just
uses the
jumps to the
first
next
roll,
target
says.
chosen by the caster. So I'm
I
gonna
think you're just
guess
good to do damage.
that it's all 3 gonna hit for 2 damage
Okay.
to the body. So, you watch as a bolt rears out and is gonna strike all 3 of them. But I want to do the narration because I do like narration in my games. So, describe to me what it looks like when you cast a spell. What's it look like? What do you do?
Okay.
How do you cast it?
So how we usually cast spells is through some sort of medium that, like, most people cast it through, like, wands, whatnot, right? He likes to cast it through his weapons that he usually does have, like small daggers or such. So he has this goblin blade, right? And he just focuses it in just for like the briefest of moments as it sparkles with, like, this purple electricity before it sends it flying forth. So it just like does a huge leaping arc as it like hits all 3 of them, sort of like a serpent would.
Okay. So it slams into all 3 of them, potentially. Because now, even though you succeeded in actually getting the roll, I can still do reaction to evade, which they're going to
Yep.
do. Because there's no actual like DC or like armor class in a way, because you're going to get your own target number. So they get a chance to actually evade, which they're all 3 going to do because you threw a bolt at all 3 of them essentially. So on their things, as they see it coming in, they're going to try to evade this bolt. Now, here's how this does work. You have 2 degrees of success because you rolled a 22. If I succeed as well, but I get under 2 degrees of success, they dodge, or they fail. So I have to get 3 degrees to succeed. So first one is going to roll, and fails. So he goes out of the way, but it strikes him in the shoulder. The second one is going to do the same thing. Try to get out of the way. As well as the third one. So he does not. Then my third one also tries to dodge the way and also does not. So it hits all 3 of them, striking full damage into them. So they're all going to take, in this case, 2 damage. Because the armor does not protect them against magic. You watch as it does come out, it does sizzle into the bodies, and they all as it just kind of like lightning across them. All right, let's see what this looks like. All right, and that was your first action, which means Ryan, you can do this 2 more times if you want to.
All right, I'm gonna do 2 shocking bolts. 2 shocking bolts. So if I understand how this works now, roll for the first one.
And it succeeds.
Okay. And then I'm gonna roll for the second one.
Also succeeds.
Okay. Gonna get rid of that on my thing. Get rid of my magicka for a second.
It will do automatically, Michi, I believe.
I'm just making sure.
Okay.
Same guy, by the way. It's all going sword, same guy.
Okay. Give me that roll.
Charge. Gotcha.
All right, so a total of 4 damage. As two more bolts rear out and just strike into him. Let's see. Let's get these attacks now. So our attack. All right. So range attack. Okay. And then what's overload? Okay, I'll have to look up some things, but we'll go with her now. it's just gonna be rough today. So it does come out. It does strike into all three of them. They're not gonna dodge these two. They can take it and get consumed by the shock bolts and the chain lightning, which means you're now fully done with your turn. You can still move though if you want to. So while you're moving, we'll go to Rimutin. It's on you. You watch as just bolts of shock and lightning just rear out and just strike and zap those goblins.
It's magic time.
Yeah.
As I do some conjuration magic. Hey, it's almost like I'm built for it. So I spent 1 to conjuration, so I roll conjuration. Please.
And you succeed. So tell me what it looks like when you cast your conjuration for your, is it your scamp you're casting?
Yeah, my scamp. He holds. You know the color of the spell that has it in Skyrim? Like, he holds it with 2 hands and then just throws it to the ground and it opens up a gate to oblivion. A small one for a second. Just without the structure, just the coloration of it. And out of it comes a scamp. That's how I envision it.
So the scamp forms up within 5 meters. Where do you want to put it?
Right here.
Okay.
I think I
Now,
need
the fun thing
to-
about conjurating Daedra is that you're essentially trying to bind the control its mind to yourself, which means it can potentially resist this. So it gets an immediate roll against your degree of success, which is 1. If I beat that, you don't control, I believe.
let me see.
So I'm gonna do the willpower roll, which is a failure. You're fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So in this case, it rolls initiative. All right, act on its own turn. Okay, and it is bound to you. So now I'm gonna go ahead and roll for it, and it is gonna be it's gonna go next.
Okay. I think it's willpower test against each other, but we can look into it later. I will just cast the spell here so the magicka is removed.
Sounds good. All right.
Then I will just say, I point to this goblin and say, kill it.
Kill.
Kill.
Okay.
As
You
if
got,
it
2 more
uses,
actions.
yeah. Do I use my actions for my scam too, or?
No, it acts on its own accord.
Perfect. Then I will I will roll destruction for frostbolt. So I will try to hit this guy with frostbolt.
Okay.
Destruction, please. I will use a luck point,
Okay.
please. That's
Oh,
my unlucky.
remove luck point,
Whoa.
and that is gonna be what's known as a backlash.
Oh.
All right, it's a
Oh,
backfire,
yikes.
and this was for destruction. All right, so when this happens, let's see.
Man, worst luck.
Roll me a d4. /r space 1d4.
Yeah.
That's
Four.
going to be a... What level is the spell you're casting? Level 1?
Level 1 frostbolt.
So it's a 5, which means crushing weight. All characters within 30 meters, including the caster, are weighed down. You suffer -10 to all tests for 1d4 rounds. Roll me a d4.
That gets everyone, man.
As literally, like, ice. Yeah. Just
Oh, it's ice storm.
expands outward and
Oh.
just... For 3 rounds, only
Jeez.
-10, as it literally just kind of weighs down everyone and it just blankets the area in ice.
I'm
Wow.
the awful destruction mage.
Wow.
Nice.
Friendly fire.
Wild
Would
magic.
this-
Holy shit.
Would this come into effect my turn or later?
does this resist it? I'm actually curious. Let me write this down.
Says damaging effect.
This is meant to. You know what? My inherent reaction is yes, it would. So go ahead and give me. Let's see. What would this be?
It's worth that next now.
It would work, but I'm trying to figure out what you would roll. I think it has to be maybe willpower. Tell you what. To figure this out, give me willpower roll at plus 20.
Okay.
Okay. I'll say for you, you're not affected by it, but everyone else will be. If you have magic resistance, then we'll talk about that. I'll have to see if this will work now. Anyways, okay, so that's your second action, room at 10. Now, I didn't describe why you might want to do all 3 actions because of reactions. So you saw the goblins reacted to dodging, which means on their turn, they only have 2 action points now. If they kept on dodging, they couldn't attack on their turn, which means if I attack Ryan right now, he can't dodge or evade at all because he used all 3 actions already.
Ah,
So you
okay.
might want to keep some of them for yourself.
I keep my last action then and just book it at this point. I have 8 movements, so I could go here.
Yes.
My scamp has it. He does it.
The scamp
So that's my
is going to
turn.
go next. It is going to go and just scream forward and charge towards the goblin you want to have it kill. It lunges forward, and let's see, where's its weapons at? So is it tooth and nail? Yep. All right, so we'll keep this, and we'll go to here. All right, and it's going to go ahead and roll against. That's the wrong roll. We'll go combat. All right. It's going to hit. The goblin is going to try to dodge out of the way. And will not succeed. So even though they both succeeded, because the attacking character got 3 degrees of success compared to the 2 from the evade, it still hits the goblin. So the goblin's going to go ahead and take, in this case, 4 damage to the body. Now, it's not magic, which means it's attack defense, so it's AC, or it's armor, which is, its equal to armor, is of 2, so it reduces from 4 to 2 damage.
Okay.
Alright, so it does take a hit. It's going to do it one more time.
Come on, scamp.
Wrong roll. Oh, it is. I'm just going to roll all 3 times. Right. One more success is going to go ahead and take the hit here because it doesn't want to dodge out of the way to have its action. So it takes in, looks like 1 more damage to the body. For 1 damage, which means the armor takes it and absorbs it.
Okay.
Alright, now my goblin is going to go. And it is angry at this scamp, but I want to attack my scamp because I want y'all to know how it works out. So, the goblin's going to go ahead and take out its bow and fire a shot off at you, Rumitin.
Oh no. I'm in danger.
Yes, you are. Alright, so when you get hit in combat, you can do some type of defensive rolls. In this case, you can only evade. So since you did save an action, you have to tell me before I roll what you're going to do when I attack you with my bow.
I'm going to wait.
Okay, so I'm going to roll my goblin bow. You used your last reaction. That's the wrong roll. I have to get used to this. And I just miss. So as it fires the arrow, it just goes wide, and then you dodge out of the way without even having to roll, but you do use action point that turn. So if you get attacked again, no more actions. But it does miss, which means now it goes to Irile.
See it done there.
No, you don't want to
And
do
you
that.
do.
No.
Let's see it. See it done there. See what you got.
Well,
Sorry, just kidding.
let's see.
Real quick.
Let's see it. See it done there.
Could I? Would being near this tree give me any help in this?
It'll probably give you cover.
So I'm just gonna try and evade here.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun. Fingers are crossed. Hey!
That would be a success. No, you don't roll evade until I attack you, though.
Oh, gotcha.
But we'll use that result for when it does happen.
Hmm.
So, you have 2 extra points left over. What do you want to do?
Let's see. Oh, that scamp being there kind of complicates an original plan.
It's just a summon. I'm sure it'll be fine.
It's not going to care.
Yeah,
For now, at
it's
least.
not gonna
Until you keep
care.
on
Just
doing
cast
it.
a fireball. Just cast a fireball or something.
It's going to remember
I'm
you keep on
casting-
summoning it and just killing it. It will.
I am casting something far worse than a fireball. Well, better on
It's
your
a storm?
perspective.
Oh no.
Casting a firestorm, bro.
I'm just trying to figure out how to not kill everyone else in the middle of this, and especially not. Yep. Beautiful. Okay.
My scamp.
I feel bad now. I'm a
Okay.
tanky person. You know, I'm gonna be in your way a lot.
It's just a scamp. The things barely have any emotions. They're not that
It's just a
complex.
scam.
No. It's like I'm gonna be in the front line quite a lot later on. I'm probably gonna be in the
Well-
way of big firestorm magic.
Then,
There's
just be
friendly
careful
fire,
what you
gotta be
say.
careful.
So the firestorm I'm casting is a second level firestorm because that's what I took.
Okay.
Would that make it a harder check? Because I'm only apprentice level destruction, or
So, yes. Actually, no. You're able to cast this? Fine. You cast level 2 spell, fine.
oh, okay.
Double
But-
check. I did read this earlier to make sure I got it right.
Mhm. Right. Am I good to just roll? And
Yeah, give me the roll.
yes, success.
Right.
In which case, then restraint reduces the cost. Does
Yeah,
this
so right
have-
now, you all can cast level 2 spells with no penalty.
Could have told me
Well,
that
it
I had
depends on-
Landfair.
It depends on your rank. We'll learn it in the game. I'll get you the ability to learn the stuff.
I don't believe this is an overchargeable spell. I don't see that in the attributes. So I suppose I'm just casting this normally. In which case... Oh wait, I meant to apply restraint. Damage 1. Location, head, spell cost 11.
Oh, it's 9. It's gone 9 o'clock. BRB 1 sec.
What you gotta do? Alright, I want to continue in the narration. So what does it look like when you cast a spell here? Jude.
So, Erle kind of closes their eyes for a second, envisioning oblivion for a moment as they draw their hands upward and kind of begin to, maneuver them around, forming arcane glyphs with their hands. And then they suddenly bring them down as for a moment, a gate opens and just a cascade of flame just descends on the region.
Okay. This hits what? Everyone?
It would hit all the goblins, including the scamp, but thankfully none of us. If there's happens to be any goblins in the cave within, let me move this, because I would have passed it there, just anything 7 meters into the cave, essentially, from there.
Okay. They all got hit. For 1 damage.
Mm-hmm. A bit underwhelming, but they will take that 1 damage again if they stay within the area of that effect next turn.
What's the range of the spell?
7 meters
7 meters,
from...
okay.
Is there any way I can mark that? Yeah,
there is.
okay. How do I draw?
There you go.
Drawing tool. Oh, perfect. Thank you. How do
Alright, fantastic. You got 1 more action. I just want to save it.
I think... I am going to... where would I see my movement speed here?
under the combat tab.
Combat.
Rebecca, I take a quick
Combat.
bio break. I'll be right back. Actually, once you're done, you can do your turn, Mahuna, once Ju is finished with his stuff.
Alright. I'm gonna move all my movement speed essentially.
That's
to
what I did.
Get. Oh, why can't I? Oh, because I have the
Okay,
ruler on.
A speed is 14. I can move 14 squares. Is that right?
Yeah, I think that's what we're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna use all my movement to get in the corner here.
I'm a speedy bitch.
Just like me, bro. Just like me.
Apparently.
My movement speed's 14, so yeah, I'm quite a speedy person.
I'm slow.
Okay.
Well,
I got 9.
I have 8.
out of curiosity, I'm guessing if I go into that circle, I'm gonna get hit by flames.
Yes.
Okay.
If you walk into it, or if you end your turn in it.
That's
Oh
fine,
my
though.
goodness,
That's fine.
I am gonna hate being a tank for you so much.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, I got alteration. I can maybe do things for that, but I mean, best case scenario, you could like go to the corner of it,
Yeah.
because that would hopefully make the goblins dumb enough to
Oh, yeah.
try and move past
Go,
them per
it's
se.
on you.
Alright, I am gonna move to the corner here so that I'm not going into the circle of
At
flame.
the edge of this firestorm.
Yeah. And I'm basically going to taunt and keep my actions for that because I can't reach them.
Can you?
I'm guessing this is not like 5e where I can keep an attack for when I enter.
Yeah, I was gonna say, could you
I do
ready
think
action?
actually you can if I look at this here. Let's see.
If I can ready an action, I'd like to do that.
I'm actually not seeing it. I'll go with the right now. I'll get the ruling on it. So on ready actions. But we'll say for right now, use 1 AP to go ahead and do an action.
Alright, so basically I'm just gonna taunt them and keep my actions for evading because I can't attack them right now.
Gotcha. Which you can do, you can counterattack though, which we're gonna discover right now. So, on the goblin's turn now. So for Ju, it was every time they start their turn in the fire spell, it happens.
Let me double check. I think it was either when they start it or if they end it. Let me see here.
Okay, I'll look at it right now. So,
Firestorm. Or okay. In the area for 1 round, deals the same
and they're turning
damage
there. Okay.
to any
that's good.
creatures. Yes.
So it is going to run out of the firestorm because it has just been smashed. It runs this way. Let's see. Its movement is going to be 9, so it's going to run all the way over here, and then it's going to attack you, Mahuna.
Okay.
So it attacks you with a giant 2-handed cudgel. So we have a choice here. As I attack you with this cudgel, we can do 3 things as defensive means. We can evade out of the way, we can block with a shield if you have one, or we can counterattack where essentially we attack each other at the same time. Whoever gets a higher roll is a successful actual hit.
I do have a shield, I have the goblin shield. However, I want to believe in Mahuna's brawling ability, so I'm gonna go for an attack at the same time.
Okay, so I'm gonna attack first, and then you're gonna attack.
Okay.
So if I succeed, then you get to counterattack. If I fail, then I fail, which I did. So give me a attack roll as well from your character sheet.
Okay.
Nope,
Right, that was the wrong
not
one.
that one. Yep, that's a damage. We'll use that if you do hit. We'll use that.
6 damage. Nice.
It's really good. To the leg.
Exploit weakness.
So that is a hit. So you come
Ooh.
in and you just slam against the goblin, against the leg for 6 damage. And it has armor of 2, which means it does take 5 damage to itself. And you feel the leg break of the goblin. It goes, ah! And it falls to the ground a little bit before getting back up. It has one more action left over because it did dodge earlier against the spell from Ryan. It's going to attack you one more time. Now, do you want to counterattack? What do you want to do?
Hmm.
Evade or just take it? Or just...
I'm gonna evade this time.
Okay, so attack roll coming in. Let's see if I can actually hit you. And I will this time. All right, so now you have to give me a evade. So give me the evade roll. You dive out of the way. And it misses. Its turn is done. We go to the next goblin, who is also going to get the hell out of there and just charge towards Room 10. Now, I am actively not going logically by attacking the scamp because I want you all to know how the game works. So I would normally attack the scamp because it's there, but I'm going to go ahead and just run away towards Room 10.
Scamp, come to me. Help.
Alright, it's got 2 actions. So, it comes to attack you. This time, Rimitant is going to head and use a Goblin Battle Axe. Now, I do believe, and actually I realize now you have to keep track of your own AP. So, I think you've dodged everything, haven't you?
Yeah, I used everything. In a bad space right now.
Alright, so here I go, attacking Rimitan with just straight up rolls. So first roll is going to be the wrong one. I have to keep on doing this. But we'll beat your body if I do hit, which I definitely do not. A second blow to your body, incoming right now. This does hit. So I'll use the same roll. So 3 damage to your body. Now, do you have any armor right now because we escaped? So taking 3 damage to your character sheet. So under your character, we go to health and drop it by 3.
1, 2, 3.
All right. And so ends round 1 of combat.
Nice.
Up for round 2, the scamp is going to charge to protect you. So it runs across and is going to do attacks against the goblin. The goblin wants to kill you, Rumitant. It's going to dodge once and only once. It's going to do 3 attacks. We'll see if I can get these hits in.
Ooh.
Ooh, all right, so scamp comes in for the first attack. The goblin is going to dodge out of the way. I succeed, but not enough. So it does get hit. And the thing is going to go ahead and do, in this case, 3 damage to its body, taking 1 damage. Alright, scamp is done. Mesa, it's on you.
Okay, let's keep them coming. Let's keep them coming. I'm gonna do another chain lightning. I'm gonna cast it first with the destruction thing.
That's a definite hit. Against which one? The same one in the middle here?
This same one I was targeting. Yep, that guy.
Alright, it is going to dodge out of the way because it does not want that. So
Let me roll
evade
for-
against a result of 3, so it does not. It takes the damage.
All right. Takes 3, and then it jumps to the other one. I think, right? Wait, let me
Yeah, so
check.
they're all going to try to evade. Especially because he is close to being dead.
10 meters. Let's see. So.
So
3.
he dodged out of the way, and moving. Yep. He will
Hits all
also
3 of
dodge out
them.
of the way. Okay, they both succeed, but the first kill does go to Ryan, as this one does die. As the bolt hits it, it just fries its head and just falls to the ground, dead. Alright, Besa,
Alright.
you want to hold any actions or use all 2 of them?
I'll keep the 1 in case I want to evade. I'll keep 2. I'll keep
Okay.
2.
Rumitin, it's on you.
Okay. I will try to blast this guy with a frostbolt in the face.
Okay.
try my best. Destruction, please don't fail me again. You failed me again, Destruction. You're a shitty school of magic. Nobody should use you.
Do you have a luck point?
Wow.
You'll,
Yes, I will use my last luck point.
we're at the end of the session anyway, so might as well use them.
Yeah.
There we go.
Destruction
It is going
best
to
school.
dodge out of the way because it does not want to get blasted by our damn bolt. And does not. And it gets blasted. Give me the damage roll.
Sure thing. 2 frosties.
It takes a damage. Ignore the armor because it doesn't protect against magic. All right.
Let's try this again.
Good luck.
Okay.
Now, Riverton just shakes his head and goes to his buddy, the Dunman.
So,
Hi,
this would trigger
help!
an attack of opportunity.
No.
Those are a thing in
They
this.
are here.
Okay.
Oh no.
My
hit
last
me.
guy was.
Wrong roll.
Oh.
I'll bet you get this right. I got it right one time.
Yeah, we'll-
Hey.
It swings its axe and just misses you.
Yeah, and I keep one action for evade or ward.
Urle, it's on you.
Irle looks over at Rimerton and is like, don't bring them over here. Before
Hey, sorry to ignoring my scamp!
well, that's not my fault, is it? As he like haphazardly launches a firebolt over towards the one by Maona. As question: do I need to? We still roll for destruction. Oh goodness, what am I?
Magic, spells.
Because an apprentice, it has one.
Yeah.
Would it not just be that I can just do it on whim? Was that not the thing? Or...
Still got to
No.
cast roll no matter what.
Gotcha. Okay.
There are some, I
And-
know I'm missing small rules I'll have to look over, but I need to get myself just run to the game to get myself know what I need to look up, so.
Yeah. Gotcha. All right. Success.
It is going to
and
dodge out of the
I-
way for its second action,
Mhm.
and it will not.
Okay. In which case, can I overload you? I'm gonna cast it, but I mean, well, it's gonna hit regardless. But I want to just see if it has overload, which means I am going to ignore restraining to add my willpower bonus, which is 4, I believe, because it's the first number, right?
Yes.
Yes. So that would be 5 points of damage to its right arm, if I'm
Which
correct.
will blow off the arm. It just disintegrates off of the goblin and falls to the ground absolutely dead.
And at that, Airly turns over towards Rimertan, like, perhaps you should have invested in a more offensive school.
Not everyone can concentrate on destruction.
What's that mean?
Shame.
You know-
Alright, last 2 actions, or are you saving them? What do you got for me?
I'm gonna save them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna save them.
Mahuna, can you wrap up this combat?
Yeah, I am gonna go straight across to the last goblin and go give her a bop.
Okay. He is gonna counterattack with his great axe. His goblin axe.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Alright.
Give me your roll. He's barely hanging on to life.
Oh,
Miss. He
I
comes
want to
in
use my last luck
swing,
point. I'm going to use...
And I will hit if you can't get this failure. Can you reroll? Do you have a luck point?
I've got one last luck point. I'd like to
Use
use it.
Use it.
His is low though. You have to get success. That's more than his. And damn
Hey!
it! All right, you win. Give me the damage roll.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
And the music is on cue because this cuts down this goblin dead to the ground, ending that battle.
Sick.
Okay.
Alright. We pog.
The
We
goblins
pog.
are
Let's
now
go,
dead
guys!
on the ground. And I think that is what we'll call session 1 of Elder Scrolls.
Ooh! Ooh!
Yeah!
Good job! We killed like 3 goblins.